I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address, and now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. Just fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, shoot. I was too busy reading the thing in the chat, and I was like, hold on a second. I've never seen Streamlabs do that before. It said Streamlabs, thank you for subscribing. Oh, okay. So welcome, love God so much, because I'm sitting there going, since when did I put something in there that said love God so much? Like is someone messing with my brain? So I'm thinking that Streamlabs is like putting out a little quote. And then it just dawned on me.
Interesting, right?
Yeah. Hey guys, thank you for coming to the live. Yeah, did we expect to do one? Well, there's a lot of stuff going on today. I had a good rest. I had a good nap. There was a lot of crap going on this morning and stuff like that, but so it was like, meh, okay. And I think someone said that Frank was live or whatever. I think that they must have just ended not too long ago or something. And so it was just like, oh, oh, I see. I forgot. I thought, I was like, Adam, are you in house? Because I have his intertwined as well. So I'm like, wait, Adam, why are you talking from chat? Get your butt on here. Miss Dog Lover. I think I seen 12 Cup Pizza, Marco Polo. And then there was a True Crime Housewife. How are you today? Eliza. And I think that's about it right now. Anyways, obviously a lot going on. Okay. You know what? Let me pull up. Obviously, there's a lot going on, and I know Frank and that must have covered a lot of stuff, but too, and it's just kind of been like crazy. You don't expect anything less out of this case, to be honest with you. Are you shocked by anything, really? Like, really?
A little bit.
True Crime Housewife, if you want to come on, just let me know and I'll drop the link there as well. But anyways, let me just pull up, I guess, the documents first, and then a little bit of a crazy day.
A little bit.
Every time you turn around, and what always makes me laugh though is I'm like, get ass Fox 59 and Wish TV and all you other ones. Us sleuths get that information so much faster than you guys do. So it always makes me laugh a little bit. It's like, here, why don't you guys have this? Copy. What am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, right. I'm just trying to do that. That's what we'll do. Okay. So present share screen. So anyways, hey everyone in the house and whatever. You know the rules. Be nice, kind, respectful, and courteous to each other. Or leave. One of the two things is gonna happen. Just keep it nice and simple and sweet. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, we'll pull that up. And go ahead, Lewis, if you just actually wanna, I'm just gonna go grab the petition thing. And
sure.
If you just want, just start off by your thoughts and everything on this.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're fine. I think that they've created their own mess here, and now they're trying to blame everyone else for their mess. From those documents, you can see that the bloodlust that's out here from all the people from YouTube and Facebook and everyone wanting to request information. But you've had 5.5 years of innocent people being blamed in all the media because no information's ever been released. I mean, they've never cleared anybody, which I think is kind of disaster when you look at almost a 6-year investigation, and you're telling me they couldn't clear a single person that they talked to. That I think that should weigh heavy on people here, and it could maybe lead to the case that they don't have everything prepared as they'd like to. And, I think by sealing everything, they're causing more of an issue. I understand people wanting things sealed because you don't want certain things out in the public, but they sealed everything, which is sort of unheard of. I mean, not even showing an arrest or a number for the arrest or anything like that. And all that's going to do is cause people to want to know more information. You're creating that want and need from 5.5 years of pent up disgust at what happened here. I think by blaming everybody out here that's been trying to help report what's going on and try to find information and turn in all these tips, it's like a slap in their face to now blame them for having to move him to a different area and put him in state prison instead of the county jail. What do you think?
I'm thinking I'm going to drop the link for the petition right now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's a heck of a big link there, isn't it? Huh. Let me gather my thoughts for a sec, actually.
Sure.
Sitting there. Well,
I mean, I sort of took offense to that when I read that earlier today.
About the bloodlust and all that.
Yeah, pointing out, I mean, all the people that have done everything they possibly can to help investigate and send in tips and never get a response back and never hear if anybody's cleared. And they just keep going on and on without any input, and they don't stop.
Correct. Well,
no one asks for thanks. Nobody expects anything in return. All they want to do is make sure that it gets solved. And then the moment they find somebody and people say, okay, let us know what's going on, they block everything from being let out there. And then they call them monsters for wanting the information and saying that they feel like their lives are threatened. How can the sheriff and all the people in the jail feel that their lives are threatened because people are calling to ask information for something that is not being released? That's kind of crazy, I think.
You know, but do you expect anything less, in a sense, if they're trying to get an affidavit as well to be signed? Are you expecting anything less, that they're going to put things in there as if it's like dire need, got to do this now before, but.
Well, here's the thing. If their reason for keeping everything, I mean, there's things that have to be sealed, but if they're keeping everything sealed because there might be somebody else out there that they don't want to know about this, because if they're going to arrest them, this would tip them off. I think everyone in the world online, knowing that somebody was arrested, already tipped them off. I don't think there's a single person that's involved in the Delphi crime that wouldn't know that this guy was arrested after Saturday. So that kills the argument of we need to keep it sealed because we haven't arrested somebody else yet. Yeah, I understand. Keep some things sealed, but at least let people know what's going on. We've made progress for what we're doing, but they did the opposite. Keep all the lines open, send in more tips if you can. That scares me because that tells me that if they don't have all the evidence to actually have a case put together, this guy is legally required a quick and speedy trial. This could cause an issue. So,
in saying that, they've put out there, I think, if I recall, because I've watched so many news things today, guys, so forgive me, but they put out there that he was moved up to certain county, right?
He was moved twice.
Yeah. Okay. You talking about he was moved from Carroll to White County and White County to Fort Wayne, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, but I agree with what Carol just said too. So although there's it's a bunch of havoc and a bunch of stuff, this case does deserve, to have it done properly. Like the judge in their one interview, in the interview with whatever it was that he was on, where he was claiming that he needed help, that he had a new freaking bookkeeper guy or whatever, court guy, and that, there's somebody else that does the court cases, but, they're in charge of this and that, and he didn't have, and it was help. It wasn't a shocker, because you do want the best for this case, even if it's craziness going on. I just feel like, Go
I
ahead.
don't think that was the proper way to announce things. I mean,
Oh,
everything for the
no.
case is sealed, but your judge
Right.
comes out and says, I'm sorry that we're just not qualified to handle this, but we prepared in advance. That just makes it seem like it's a lot weaker case than they really have.
Well, I hope not. You know, like, I'm going to put my faith because we want justice for
Mhm.
Abby and Libby. So I put the faith, even though I think our faith sucks. I mean, we can clearly see this. Like, what the hell's going on? You put out a freaking sketch. 2 years later, you give us a different sketch. They're the ones that have created this monstrosity of a nightmare.
Exactly.
They have done that, not the
Yes.
sleuths. They have done that. Why? And then they
Correct.
turn around and they arrest someone that's back to the first sketch. We're in a new direction. Like, bullshit. Eat your shit because you're bullshit. But anyway, it's just, I think you want justice for this case, but there's just honestly, they are the ones that have made this a circus act because of their lack of forthcoming with certain things, with everything, to be honest with you. They could have made this a lot smoother path, and instead, it's like watching a circus act.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like being in the middle of this act and you don't know which way it's going to go next, because every time you think it's going to go right, it goes left on you, whatever. And I just think it's a bloodlust, yeah, whatever.
You know what pushed me over the edge was on Monday with the press conference. I'm looking for all the press conference releases from the news, not from YouTubers, not from anyone else I know, just straight up the news stuff, because I want to see what's being given to the news first. And the first thing I see is an interview with that ex-FBI agent that's still pushing the case towards Ron Logan.
You talking about Coffindaffer?
Yeah. I think that she's the most detrimental thing to this case, because any defense lawyer is going to take her statements and say, look, even the day they arrested this guy, FBI still says it's not. So talk about doing damage to a case and causing speculation and rumor. They need to end some of these people that have been accused and at least say that they're not involved or they've ruled them out. They've not said a word in almost 6 years. How many lives have they ruined because of that, let alone they're worried about this guy's life now because he's locked up and people want to know why?
Yeah. It's funny. I ended up getting a comment from someone today and I was like, oh, it's somebody that I had spoke to before. And I said, hey, I see you're on the pedo Logan's list. Funny how that last name comes up on the Richard Allen thing as well. Justice for Abby and Libby. Now I talked to this person before. Can I just say she's a complete bitch? So I purposely just left it, that message. And then she said something like, just stop. You're not a police officer. You're not a cop. No, but I said, you know what? I'm doing a hell of a lot more than you are sitting on your ass doing nothing.
It's real simple. Rumors that are not squashed cause this kind of problem. Giving people facts puts them at rest and makes them feel like something's being done. But when you continually string them on with rumors and not to back any of those up with facts, and then to seal everything and make it not transparent, all these people that have spent all this time are still not trusting it, especially with what's going on with corruption in Carroll County all over the place. You think they'd want to be more transparent, not less.
Yeah. I mean, it is crazy. Okay. The thing that I won't deny is that the trolls of the internet that stalk the families on their Facebooks, use your brains, people. No wonder they're going to shut their Facebooks down because your butts went and some of these butts went and left nasty messages on like the daughter, the son. I'm echoing. There's an echo now.
Give me 1 second here.
On the, so what do you think was going to happen? Of course they were going to shut down their Facebooks, but it's the fact that people had such disrespect to go and attack the daughter of the Allen family and stuff like that. Like, grow up, just grow up, honestly. Okay. That doesn't need to happen. And so when you know that there's Looney Tunes out there that do that stuff, okay, the freaks of, they claim that they care, but caring isn't going to another person's Facebook. Like, I've never done that. I've legitimately never gone to somebody's Facebook and left a nasty message saying, like you're the killer and I'm gonna come after you, or that. Well, me and KK, the KD though, we have a special bond. I've never said that quite to him though, ever. But you know what I'm saying? I've never done that. Just like I don't go into lives, even if I think you're a shit channel. I've never gone in and said anything. I just go in, might leave, in a sense, hit the thumbs down. Actually, I don't even do that actually. But you know what I mean? Because I don't even because why? That part I don't get. Why? Because
I could see you going there, you do some lurking, you see something that
lurking.
doesn't seem right, and you tip it in. I mean, they still want things tipped in, so you do that. You do some checking. It's an extra set of eyes. But it should be completely hands off. No comments, no rude remarks. Don't engage with them, because that could interfere with the case. But looking and sending info in, that's what the police want done. They've requested that again in the conference.
Well, I was going to say, what good's it going to do you? Exactly what happened. Then
Exactly.
Kathy Allen shuts her Facebook down. Then you got nothing anymore. So
Yeah.
for all those people that didn't grab what they wanted to, well, it sucks to be those people, because because that's exactly what happens. Just go in, look around. That's mostly what I do too. I have stalked so many Facebooks and Instagrams, like seriously, more than most people could count here, and still going strong, by the way. But you know what I mean? I just go in, do my lurking. There's the odd time I'll leave a message to somebody if I want to poke a bear a little bit. It's so rare though. And I just go in, do my business, go back to it, because I know if I message, first of all, the chances are they're going to block me. I don't use fake accounts. I don't hide behind fakeness like some people out there do. Some people, they have a lot more fear about things than I do. So I understand it. And then there's people just make fake accounts because that's their lifestyle. All they do is, trash people from their fake accounts and stuff like that, whatever the reason. I just use my own Facebook. I don't try to be anything that I'm not. And I just go around surfing. So I don't want someone to block me, because I'm too busy wanting to make use of your page over and over again every time I want to use it. Oh, I've screenshot.
I do want to say something though, because you've got a million people that keep questioning the wife being guilty.
Why is my thing flashing? I gotta
switch. If she had anything remotely close to being related to this crime, they would have arrested her too. They wouldn't have let her just stay out there. I think that should put people's minds at rest, that she's not responsible also.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I want to say about that is they keep saying, how did this woman not know? She lived with him for all these years. She saw him every day. Well, he worked at a store in town. Almost all the locals went into. They saw him every day. The police interviewed him in the very beginning.
Yeah.
If the wife had any second thoughts about him being responsible, all she had to do is say, well, the police talked to him and they said he wasn't involved. So why should I question them?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Be in somebody else's shoes on that one first.
Yeah.
Because honestly, how many times do we know of stories that they had no clue? No clue. Because they present it's like a dual personality. But how many, like, when people are so judgmental, like, how did that person not know there was all these signs? Great. Well, you go live in the lifestyle too. And, I always put myself on the other person's when the shoe's on the other foot, because right, I don't think that she knew personally. I'm not getting the vibe that she knew. And if she did, that's a toss up right there, because there's some people that will I've known personally people that have where they were molested and the mother looked the opposite way, because it would ruin their marriage that they had. And you're like, disgusting. But there's people that do that stuff all the time. But I don't get the vibe. I don't think that she did.
No.
I think that this is just, can you imagine in yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine this happening to you right now, and how you would feel if your husband got whisked away by the police, the LE, your backyard got dug up and whatever? Could you guys imagine if this was happening to you right now, and how you would feel? Your children, everything that you've known has just been flipped upside down. And you are accused of one of the biggest cases in the history of true crime. How would you feel, honestly?
Yeah.
Absolutely would rock your world. So when people are so judgmental like that, like I said, maybe you should check yourself in the mirror a little bit, because that's definitely would be hard for any female that's right now married in here for that to have happened to them, and then have someone accuse you. Well, you should have known. How did you not see it? I mean, I would have been smart enough to obviously see it, because I'm so smart that smart as I. That's how it. No.
And then there's another side to that too. We still have to assume that he's not guilty until they charge him and bring him in front of a judge and they make a ruling. How many people have been arrested for something they didn't do, went to jail for it, and 20 years later they finally get out? So, I mean, if this evidence was found in his yard next to his garage and somebody tipped it in and they went and dug it up because they knew exactly where it was, anybody could say that the person that tipped them in went and put it there to try to frame him. I mean, there's so many different options here. So, not that I want the guy to be innocent or, in jail for no reason at all. You still have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's not been tried yet.
Okay, 1 second. True crime, I just dropped it. I don't usually like to drop it in there, but I was literally too lazy to go to the email to do it. Sweet. Where's Adam? There he is. Oh my goodness, Adam, hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Shit.
I've been here. I've just been listening.
Oh,
hi.
I didn't even see him on there either.
I'm like, look, you know what, Adam? I'm just like looking in chat going, where's Adam? Oh, there he is. Hey, Adam.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It could be, fine.
Yeah.
What was so funny? Hey,
Better.
this was so funny.
Behind you?
1 second.
Somehow it's so light there.
Oh, Adam, I can barely hear you, actually, dude. 1 second. It's probably me. This was the most hilarious thing. Wait, what am I hearing? Hey, Stephanie. 1 sec, Stephanie. Hold on. I'm hearing an echo. 1 sec, Stephanie. Hold on. I'm hearing an echo. 1 sec, Stephanie. Hold on. Who's got the okay? Stephanie? Stephanie, you have the echo. Do you have two things open, Stephanie? Stephanie,
No.
you have the echo.
Hang on. Let me make sure I don't have you on
You have
here.
two things open, Stephanie?
I
Yes.
closed.
Wait, hold on.
Is it better?
Oh my goodness. I really hate that sound when it does that. Wait, hold on. I'm totally hearing an echo again. Oh my goodness. I really hate that sound when it does that. Okay, I'll be right back myself. Oh my goodness. I really hate that sound when it does that. Okay, I'll be right back.
Stephanie, do you have something playing on your end?
I just muted Stephanie, so it is definitely on her end.
Okay. I wonder if she has it open in another browser, if she's logged in here, but she left the chat open.
Is that better? I think that's better.
Well, here, let me unmute Stephanie, because I muted her. It was
Are
Stephanie.
we better now?
Is that better, guys? I think that's better now. I think it's like when someone came in, it made me echo. Oh, there we go.
Well, I had you running on my phone for a minute and I shut it off.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's picking up the live stream.
Story of my life, Stephanie.
Wait, I just want to tell this one funny story before we carry on. Because I look up, I'm talking to Lewis on Messenger on the phone. And then Adam sends me this picture of a hot dog. And then it just so happened. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. Hot dog, right? That's what I was thinking. Anyways, then my husband walks in and brings me a hot dog. So I said to Lewis, guess what? I just look up and Adam sends me this hot dog and my husband just brought me a hot dog. Then Lewis is like, Louis like, I'm eating a hot dog right now too. So Stephanie, what did you have for dinner? Did you have a hot dog?
No, I actually cooked a meal tonight. I made meatloaf and roasted garlic potatoes and steamed broccoli.
Well, meatloaf counts as like a hot dog thing. You had meatloaf.
I'm sitting here thinking hot dog is cooking. That would be cooking for me.
It was just so funny, Deb, keep it classy.
You know why that happens, honey, don't you?
No.
I looked into my crystal ball and I could tell exactly what was on your mind, and it was a long hot dog shaped item.
Never.
Actually, that was actually Lewis that I saw during that. But
you know, Steve's probably hiding in the wings, and all of a sudden he'll pop out and he'll be like, "I digress." On that. Oh, by the way, you guys, the link that I dropped, which is the bio link or the willow link, I guess. In the back. I was out of know there was a party going on. Thank you.
$1.99. Sunny is
thank
the
you.
Hello and a private. Hi, light brown skin.
Every time I see Zendaya gal's name, I think of the actress Zendaya, who's like the most beautiful girl, and like I think she's gorgeous. So I'm always like, it makes me think of her.
Quit talking about me like that, Adam.
Stephanie, it's nice to actually meet you. I don't think I've ever actually met you, on screen before.
No, I don't think so. Nice to meet you too, though I'm looking at your avatar face.
Yeah, I know, right? Get your ass
He
on.
just flashed you.
I'm actually eating. I'll be there in a minute.
Alexa, who are you? And what have you done with Alexa? I think maybe Alexa, send me an email, Alexa. Tell me if you're going to be on tomorrow night. Yes? Okay. Thank you so much for answering. No problem. I felt it. I felt it through my crystal ball. Thanks, Alexa. Love you. Okay. Support with Steffa. My first first responder, who was the one, lived a double life. Scariest time of my life. Oh, see, there you go right there, people. Double lives and shit. And that's just it. Who's Deb? Deb? Is that troublemaker that comes into the chat sometimes? Oh, she's talking about grandma. I guess she's not too much of a troublemaker, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, Stephanie. You know what? Let's introduce yourself. And Louis, just introduce yourself again as well.
Sure.
You text me? Go on. Who wants to start first? Let's go with Stephanie.
Okay. My YouTube name is True Crime Housewife. I am trying to get a channel up and going, but I'm not really computerly smart, so I'm having a hard time. But I did start a Facebook page. I got into true crime last year after my son died. It kept my mind busy, and so I fell in love with the Delphi case. It broke my heart, so I've been following it ever since. My big thing on my channel is going to be mostly about true crime, but a lot about addiction and the drug epidemic in the country and what's going on about it. That's about it. I'm a housewife. I've got some chickens. I like fresh eggs. Just a little hit country girl from corn country.
There's such a difference between fresh eggs and store-bought eggs.
Absolutely.
I can lay eggs.
I used to lay eggs, but I don't anymore. Thank God.
All right.
Well, my very first job I worked on a farm, but so I didn't get paid for that. But my first job that I ever got paid for when I was 13, I picked eggs at a chicken house, a commercial chicken house. And for anyone that likes eggs, that kind of a job is enough to make you not like eggs. It took a long time before I liked eggs again.
I would have to disagree.
So that it would make you not like it. It was a commercial chicken house.
Oh no, my building is right across from a huge commercial chicken house, and I don't care for the smell, but I've been around it enough, and it doesn't turn me off. I like them too much. Right. I'm too much of an egg eater to be turned off from eggs, but I know what you mean. It would probably turn most people off.
I have a couple of hens that lay some pretty darn big eggs, and I always wonder how they're still walking because they're big eggs, but they're really good.
I'm pretty sure I was referring to those big buildings with the big fans, and it's not a pleasant environment to have to go pick eggs in, huh?
No, it's not. And like I said, and they're not treated well, usually. Yeah. And it's a lot different than your people that have them at home.
Yeah. I treat my girls, my producers, I treat them like queens. I love them.
I want to acknowledge Sunny really quick, but I want to say first that yeah, the ones that like when I lived with my ex-partner, like we had a house in like kind of a hipster neighborhood, and everyone all of a sudden got chicken coops, like these like designer chicken coops, and they were so I was waking up in the morning hearing a rooster going off, and I live in the middle of the city, and I'm like, oh, effing hipsters.
Yeah.
Okay,
Story.
so
Good story, bro.
what do
So
we have?
about Delphi, can I jump in here a little bit about Delphi?
Absolutely. I know, change again.
I know everyone's up in the air about the documents being sealed and things, and I do think right now it's a good thing, because as I've been digging and other people have been digging around, he was in a lot of close proximity to some other cases that have never been solved. And that could be what they're looking for. They may be trying to protect something else. They may be wanting to get more tips in there so they can maybe possibly get more charges against him, because it goes deep. I think it goes a lot deeper than we think. And I think this is definitely not the first time this man is killed. The things he did, there's no way you just go out one day and say, oh, hey, there's 2 little girls, let's just chop them up. You just don't.
So, in saying that, I'm pretty sure most of us agree that we believe more arrests are going to be coming, or more people are involved. Do you feel the same way, Stephanie?
I do. I do think there's at least one more. At least one. And it has to do, I truly believe, with the catfish. I think the social media thing is very significant, or they wouldn't have dropped that, because everything has gone full speed since the catfish thing was dropped. It was like everything was just lagging. Everybody wanted answers, but this catfish thing dropped and they went full speed ahead. All kinds of things happened. So I can't imagine that it's not involved in some way.
I would agree with you.
Right. If they're trying to be subtle about it, they're not, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, it's like boom, 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 wabash, all this stuff coming out. You felt like it's like a volcano just ready to erupt, and then poof, oops, arrest. And then gets crazy, so I'm not sure if many people know this, and this isn't to be braggadocious or anything like that, but there was a lady in here, her name is Peace, and thank you, Peace. So Peace was in here on the live of the morning of when he was arrested, and Peace said that her husband was a judicial officer in Fort Wayne, and that if she had a birth date, he can see what's maybe going on. So that's where actually the 20 million came from. It was from this lady. It was from this lady, her that was in the chat.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden it was like, okay. And then you had Kelly, who called and got in White County now, and it said that there was no bond. And then it came to fruition, as we saw yesterday, that it was truthful what Peace had said, that her husband obviously was able to check and find the information. Okay, my arm keeps missing. I'm gonna have to go be a corn or something like that.
And it wasn't necessarily her. But the information that person provided.
Well, I literally had a screenshot of, she said, my husband said he's a judicial officer. My husband said, give me a birth date, and then I can look it up. Is that what you mean? Because I literally took that screenshot.
I'm referring to I'm referring to that.
Yeah. So just want to say that, thank you for giving us that heads up, because it was accurate. And so I'm thinking in my head now, does her husband have the case? Ooh.
Yeah, conflict of interest, maybe?
Don't know.
Hopefully not.
No. Well, who knows, right?
But see, this is what happens when you keep everything sealed. You can cause issues when it finally goes to court. I don't think everything should be unsealed, but I think that certain things should have been allowed in the beginning, so you didn't have so many people diving deep to try to find out what was going on.
How do you think Wilted's feeling about all that, being up in Fort Wayne and all? What do you think?
What's that?
How do you think Wilted, wife Lilith, is feeling about
Oh.
that? Because it's up in Fort Wayne.
She's
right?
been pretty quiet lately.
I know
hasn't
she's
she?
been good. She's been good, you know. And maybe for whatever reason, who knows? But Kagan Klein did. Okay, I'm tired of my arm going missing, people. I'm looking like I'm special. But anyway, Kagan Klein, according to a friend, that he got someone put $20 on his books last night for chirping. Yeah.
You could probably buy one honey bun with that in jail.
Right? Oh, I know. Let's see here. Fox 59. Sorry. We're going to play this one clip, you guys, and then we'll just be right back. I know that there's been a lot of clips out today, but whatever. We're just going to play another one. Give you guys a reminder. Hey, I can marry and live in peace and be quiet. Anna. So let me play this.
While you do that, I'm going to go off cam for a minute.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Okay. Give me a second here. We're going to play this. Turn off.
Here, a judge.
Us over here. Hello. Okay, I had to go back to this. It was driving me crazy that I was like losing an arm and stuff. But anyways, verbal judo. Just because I see you're requesting membership into the Facebook group, but yet I haven't got an email. So, I guess I should have that banner going across the bottom.
Yeah. And Sunny, I sent you a little thing just in that messenger, so
sure. So,
privately.
Just because there's a couple people waiting to be approved, but if I haven't got an email to match it up, then I can't. So just a reminder, okay? For anybody, and for anybody that tries to join the Facebook group, you have to be a minimum of a Paw Patrol member here in order to get into the private Facebook group if you want to. So you just have to join. It's $1.99 a month. If you do want to join, then that gives you membership here, but it also allows you to use the emotes, but then also join into that private Facebook group if you so desire. If not, then don't. It's totally up to you guys. But verbal judo, okay, just so you know, because I see your request is still waiting there. And Adam, let me just see what you sent. And so again, if anyone had anything to say quickly about that, what we just saw, then feel free to say something while I go look and see what Adam sent me. If it's for my eyes only.
I hope they keep him protected because I want him to stand trial. I don't want anybody to do anything to him and get rid of him, because then we'll have questions the rest of our life, not ever knowing if, is it him? Is there somebody else? What's going on? So, not that I want him protected just because I like him, but so that he gets what he deserves if he is the one who committed the murders, which I think he is.
Okay, so right. Well, I was gonna say, so do you believe he is the BG, like, and the killer, or just the killer, and there's a different BG, or what's your thoughts, Stephanie?
Well, I believe he is the BG. Everything points to that direction. The sketches, everything. And they said that the BG was the man on the bridge that killed the girls. But I still think whenever Riley said, you don't see what's over here and you don't see what's over here, something was going on that none of us see. Or maybe they just heard other persons but didn't see them either.
We are a team, but I don't know.
Adam? Talking to yourself? Not sure what happened there. But
I was responding to someone that asked about which channel they could join the membership in, and I was just saying, because they were in the other chat, so I was just letting them know that it was this one. that to join the membership. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That even though I said that we're a team, but this is the one that the membership is through.
Yeah. It's through we're broadcasting through Adam's channel. Adam, do you have your link handy or no for your channel, by the way, to subscribe? No.
I mean, you know that I'm like the worst YouTube person ever, I clearly don't.
I know you suck, dude, at that. Okay, but I'll get it.
I got it.
Oh no! Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Sure?
Yep,
Okay.
I got it. Play that on my phone.
Let's see who gets it first. I feel like I did it first. That's it. Yeah, there you go. I did it first. So it's that's Aspen's channel, which if you guys get confused by Adam and Aspen, his name is Adam, but that's why you kind of get confused sometimes. So he goes by Aspen, but we always call him Adam. So just so you know. So please feel to go subscribe over to Adam's channel or Aspen's channel, I should say. See, darn it.
Sonny, I have a question. When you came back on, I lost the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you should have two devices, probably. Like, are you on your computer or?
I'm on my computer.
Oh, well, 1 second. I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna live. Don't worry. So sorry for some of you guys that don't want me to. But anyways, I don't know why you lost your chat if you're on a computer.
It says comments, and I can see them, but I don't have any place where I can.
Oh no, you have to open up a new live, and you have to pause that one, and what you have to open up a separate live. When you're in
oh dear Lord, I have to do something else on this computer.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
You just open up. You just go to It's a Crime and Shame channel, and you pause the live so that you don't double echo, and then you just pause it, but you can answer in chat there.
Oh, I'm confused.
No, okay. So open up, go to It's a Crime and Shame. So just go to me as if you were going to go watch me normally.
You know, it might be easier for her. She has her phone. She can open the live on her phone and just turn the volume all the way off and not worry about having to use the computer screen. That's what I normally do, and it makes it a lot easier than having to do it double screen on the
Oh yes.
monitor.
It won't cause an echo if I turn my volume
If you
down?
turn the volume all the way to no volume, then it won't echo.
Yeah. I thought True Crime Housewife was coming on. I dropped you the link.
Okay.
If you're still wanting to, by the way. True Crime, just so you know. You put it on your channel. Yeah, I put it on my channel because that's the only one that's open. I'm not in Adam's channel. Did
that work for you?
Yeah, I can chat now. I just thought it was weird that when we came back from the video that I wasn't able to chat. I thought it was strange.
It's what Facebook does. It knocks it out. I mean, and YouTube does. It knocks it out, and then you have to get back into it.
As they're from outside, not real close to each other. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Don't forget to give Aspen's channel a like and subscribe. There you go, Nicole. Okay, are you a Paw Patrol member? Are you sure? It would have showed up here. Didn't show up. Let me go take a look. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bruce. Do you have OBS open tonight, Sonny?
Yeah. It already played. Remember, it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can go check right now. Let's see.
Alexa said every time I think Sweet Caroline, I start singing. Aw.
Now, going back to that video you played, it brought up another question that I had earlier in my head. They're doing all this over the situation with him being arrested, and everything is just completely ridiculous. And they think that the army is going to come in and take his life. He's going to have body armor to be transferred. Nothing like that was done with Klein. And you had a lot of people contacting the court, speaking with him while he's been locked up. I mean, I'm sure the requests were just the same as him, if not more. And that was not a high threat level situation for some reason. I don't know why. It just seems that Carroll County had an issue and the other counties don't.
Yeah, I was, I've been at work all day, so I'm a little behind on some things. But like what was the threat that they were worried about? It was like a mob was going to come through the street and like get him. What?
Well, they said that they were being overrun with requests from people that don't have a right to request information, and giving them an ultimatum that they have 7 days to give that information, and they took that as a personal threat to the jail, to the sheriff's office, and to the prisoner. So
okay. And so so that's in reference to the fact that he was now moved to an undisclosed state facility, or when they moved to White County.
That was the reason for moving him to a state facility.
Okay.
Yeah,
which
because
just
the
happened
sheriff said that they didn't feel that they were able to handle the threat level.
Okay, and so that just happened today.
Yeah. I sent the documents to Sunny. If you didn't see them yet, she's got them.
I've had the documents all day. When I read them at first, like I'll be honest, when I first read them, I was like, oh well, I mean they're just talking about moving him into White County. But then when I read that the issue was ordered Thursday, I was like, oh no, so they moved him to another facility from White County.
Yeah. If you read, when you get a chance, read it. It's directed towards the bloodlust from the YouTube community and the non-media.
Yeah, I know. I have read through them. I just, I was, just like, I know that, you guys have probably dived into them a little bit more. I mean, so do we know what state facility?
I haven't heard.
I didn't look to see what state facility.
I mean, as far as I know, it's not been released, as far as I know. But I mean, I know what I was told.
And they're talking about it going to that specific court with that new judge. She's willing to take the case on. But I would think if they were moving him pretty fast, you've got the state facility that's on the military base. But I don't know if that's where they would take him or not.
I told my husband I wondered about them taking him there as well.
Yeah.
No. So what was the thing with the judge recused themselves, which I understand, from White County, but what were they scared of? I was a little confused by that.
Well, what was the judge scared of?
Yeah.
He seemed like he was overrun with the fact that he didn't have anybody to help him in the court, and it was sort of like he had a mini meltdown, blaming the fact that the one person just started on Friday, and the bailiff isn't equipped to answer questions, and it's just him. So it almost seemed like they were definitely not prepared for any kind of a case, because you've got a judge with no help, and they dumped everything on his lap at once. I think he was more overwhelmed, and he didn't want to have any. I would say that he just didn't want to have any issues. He became overwhelmed, expressed it to the wrong person, and then felt that he needed to remove himself from the situation.
Okay, so the judge, because I mean, I know that when they did the hearing, when they had issued the statement on Monday with the press conference, and they had talked about, and I was looking at the court documents, it was also listed for White County, but then with the prosecutor being from Carroll County, was that a Carroll County judge as well that was still on the case, or was that a White County judge?
I didn't look to see what I thought he was Carroll County, but I didn't check.
Okay, so they were just holding that in White County, and now they'll be holding it at a safe. So, okay.
I think the White County thing was just a transfer. That way, he was not in the Carroll County facility, because they were concerned about conflict of people in there, maybe being familiar with the case, and who knows if you've got friends or family that happen to be incarcerated at the same time.
Right. Okay, because I wasn't sure with the recusal. I just didn't know if that was, a case of small town USA, where maybe like the judge realized there was a familial connection with someone, or, some sort of link to it that, they felt like, would keep them from being able to, without question.
Yeah.
Hide over the case.
I'm thinking more it was because of that statement he made being taken in such a bad context that he had to then step away from it, because if you come off as a judge and not being able to handle questions on a person that's going to go in front of you, how can you hold that same judge responsible for handling a case?
Absolutely. No, I was just curious about the connection as far as if it was.
I didn't say anything other than just what makes common sense. No one came out and actually said that there was a relationship involved or anything like that.
No.
So
Yeah, no, I was just questioning because just out of my
no, it's a
my
good question because I didn't think of that aspect of it either. If that was a different angle, I think they would have made that known. Otherwise, it does make him not in the best light,
Right. I didn't know. I guess I hold judges to a standard where I feel like, they could hold, they would be above that. So that's why, like Alexa saying, I was thinking just like, well, what was the conflict of interest? But
yeah, I agree.
But
I
if
agree.
it's just
But they probably won't release what that is either.
Didn't he say that he was being threatened or his family was being threatened and that they had pictures of his family?
The judge?
Yeah. And he was in fear because of the threats.
The way I read it was that the threats were not in that aspect. The threats were more of people saying that you have so many days to release this info. We want this info. Why is it not being released? And then they took that to another step further, and people were identifying him on Facebook and his family. But I didn't hear anything that actually came off as a threat. If it did, that would be an interesting aspect. I could see him recusing himself if that was the case, but
I hadn't heard it presented that way. All I seen was there was threats or they were but what you're saying,
the one thing I read, it basically said that people were calling and threatening and presenting that 7 days to release info, and I think that they just took that and for safety's sake they went further with it than most people would think they would. But you do need to stay safe, especially with that situation.
Oh yeah.
Sonny, are we the same person now?
Yeah. Verbal judo. This isn't about lying, by the way. This is everything to do with usually when what happens judo is this. Verbal judo is this that when somebody becomes a member and OBS will highlight it saying a new member is showed up, just like they do with super chats. But on top of that, when somebody becomes a member, it will say it in the members. Like I can literally go on my YouTube studio and it will tell me that there's a new member. So all I'm saying to you is that it's not showing anything at all to say that you're a member. He's saying he has a receipt. So it has nothing to do about lying. This is simply about letting you know that there's nothing saying whatsoever that you are a member to me. So I don't know where the confusion is because YouTube Studio is live. So unless there's some sort of lag for some reason, or not even a lag, I don't want to call it a lag, unless it's like just taking a little bit longer. Maybe that's what's going on perhaps. So if you got a receipt, maybe it's just taking its sweet old time. We'll
figure it out.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not me either. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. So we'll just see.
Yeah. We trust you, Bert. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably a YouTube thing. I'm sure, tomorrow morning, all of a sudden, Sonny, you'll be asleep tonight, and they'll be like,
well, for all we know, it might go off in 5 minutes or something like that, or I'll refresh it and it might show up. So maybe there's just a downtime a little bit. Usually it happens right away, verbal, but maybe there's just a downtime to it.
Right.
So maybe that's just what's going on because I've hit refresh a few times and there just could be a downtime. That's all. It's not that
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, it's not that I don't believe you or anything. Of course, I believe you. If you say you did it, you did it.
We thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I don't want you to take that personally either. It's just, I just go by what YouTube Studio. It's supposed to be like this, but sometimes, there's little glitches here and there, or it's just taking a little longer. Right. Watch as we're talking right now. Watch it pop up and go membership, So obviously something's glitching a little.
Yeah. As far as the judge is concerned, I do want to just say really quickly that like any questions I'm asking, it's not out of criticism or questioning the judge. I just was curious. I was just genuinely curious. I feel like a judge, if they feel like they should recuse themselves from a case for any reason, I don't care what it is. I feel like that's a smart thing to do because if you're going to take the action to say I shouldn't be the judge on this case, I actually applaud that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think a lot of people with ego or pride, would just sit there and proceed over something. And from what I've heard about this new judge, sounds like it might be for justice might be a good thing.
Yeah, good transition. She seems like she's pretty thorough and not overly strict, but she doesn't go lightly towards certain crimes. So
Right.
I think she's a well balanced.
I looked into a little bit of her the decisions she's made and the rulings she's made, and there's definitely some extreme, not extreme, but there are definitely some. She's not afraid to to throw the book at people.
I saw Stefan made a comment about his remarks possibly being taken wrong there with about people being underpaid and all that. And I think that this guy just became overwhelmed. I think that maybe whoever was talking with him when he made these comments, it just pushed him at the point where he was done and he vented and realized he vented and shouldn't have, and then decided that he was going to, leave the case to another judge to handle. I give the guy credit for doing that, because if you ever watch these judge shows where they melt down and they have all kinds of issues, the superiority level that they get after a certain time on the bench, a lot of them take that as like a God complex, and you'd see somebody like that not being able to do that. So I give him a lot of credit for stepping aside.
Yeah. And this is 100% a joke, but or maybe his buddy Fouts called him and he was like, "Don't touch this with a 10-foot pole."
Probably. Yeah. I swear to God, Diener, if I get under arrest because of your ass, I swear I'm coming for you. No.
Well, I made this joke in another channel, and I think Ahmad didn't care for it, but I said the reason Tobe didn't want him in Carroll County is because he was afraid that Greeno was going to live stream an interview with him from the jail.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want all the YouTube presence.
So my question is, have they announced who the attorney is to represent Rick yet?
Not that I've seen.
Not that I've seen.
Odd to me.
Fouts hasn't stepped up and offered?
I've been waiting for that myself, to be honest with you.
I mean, because even if it was a public defender, I mean, it's blank on every document.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd.
Maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe he's gonna do him. He's like, you know what? Daryl Brooks did a good job. I'll just defend myself.
I think the smart thing for him to do is to stay quiet, watch how much stuff comes out to see what kind of case they've got against him, and then demand that they do his case within that 6-month period and hope that they're not prepared. It's not what I want to have happen, but I could see somebody that is sharp doing that. Mm-hmm. At least if it's taking Carroll County.
Right. I mean, and with the developments that we have right now, I would say that, I mean, of course, this could all change tomorrow, but, it'll be interesting, even though Keegan Klein has never been, charged with anything in relation to the murders of Abby and Libby. We know that, he's talked to Libby on that day, and I think it presents a really complex situation for the prosecution in Keegan Klein's case, because I feel like they now have to navigate his trial in a manner that can't then be used against the Allen trial.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're trying to prove the guilt of, which it shouldn't be hard to prove, Keegan Klein's a creep, but I mean, if you go too far into the Delphi stuff with that, you're opening the door for a defense attorney to be like, but here's this other option, so
that might be why they dropped those 5 charges.
Good point.
Those could have been charges that sort of conflicted a little bit, and they felt it was a good thing to just keep a clean slate between the two if he's not really directly involved. And if they don't try him for those things, they can't come up in the other trial.
Yeah. Right. And they adjusted a lot of several things as well, as far as they amended the charges.
Yeah.
Does anyone know if McClelland, I think she's missing the D on there, but McClelland is elated distantly by marriage?
Rumored. It is a rumor that he has a distant relation to I believe the Patty or German family, I've never looked into it, but I have heard that several times ever since he got elected. But I don't think it's a close enough relation that would constitute any conflict of interest.
I mean,
But-
when you've got such a small town, if you take people that have been there for 3-4 generations, you're bound to
Absolutely.
have one member of your family marrying a member of another family 3 lines down, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you could connect almost everybody that's been there at least 30 years.
Right.
Exactly.
There was just a trial out of Georgia that I had followed this case for years. That was the Tara Grinstead case, and that was a small enough town. And there's another one actually happening in Ohio right now in a small town, both of which have counties small enough that the things that are going that disqualify jurors would never fly in a city.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that are like, oh well, my brother-in-law was married to one of the defendants for a while, and they're like, you can be on the jury because they have to, amend those rules. Sorry, Sonny.
No. I just wanted to ask Stephanie that question that's up there. What do you think of that? There is a young picture of the bridge guy on that man's wall. On that man's wall, there is a picture of him and his wife. If you look in the left corner up on that wall, is the picture of that man. Wait, I thought she was talking about that restaurant thing.
The bar?
Yeah, I think that's what she means.
Yeah.
I just think that the wife seemed to like to take pictures with that in the background. I don't know. I have a theory on the two, and it's not far-fetched. It's happened before in this country, but I have something in my gut tells me that she's a lot more involved. There have been duos, and there was a duo in the Evansdale case. They said there was 2 in the vehicle, and I don't like to say that out loud. I'm not accusing, but I do know that it's happened. And just like the video of him with the knife and her in the background in the black, her voice saying, I'm not going to stop. What are you not going to stop?
You know what caught me?
Talking about.
Did you see the video of her? Not the one when they said about the wheelchair on the lift, but the next one when they were on the lift where she says up the hill. That was really kind of weird.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was the next video on her Facebook page after they saw the wheelchair coming up on the chairlift, and they were going down. And the first thing she says is up the hill, and it was kind of creepy. It really was.
I'll have to look for that one. I haven't seen that one, but
yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either. Listened to that one. So. Do you have that one? If you have that one.
All I know is if that were my family member walking across that bridge, I would know. There's no. I just think I would know. I mean, the clothes, the jacket, and it's really weird that
I'm gonna disagree on that one because I think that even the closest friend to this person didn't probably know. And after 6 years almost, I don't know. I'm going to disagree on that.
I don't either. And none of us really know. It's just something in my gut that tells me that there's a whole lot more.
Well, I feel like there's a whole lot more, but I'm going to probably disagree on the fact that I think that she knew. Maybe she did. And like Transformation Station says, if I discovered I'd married a psychopath after 30 years, I'd feel pretty naive. I think. I imagine there's been clues if I chose to see them over time of an issue. Yeah, I mean, hindsight's always our best friend.
That's
for
true.
Sure.
But you have to go back to that whole thing. If this was your husband, and you had any thoughts that he might be involved, and he was interviewed by the police in the very beginning and let go, in the back of your head, you're going to say, well, they cleared him because he's back at home and they've never come back again.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
My thing is this. With the clothes that he has on, but for the fact of their freaking ass pathetic sketches, that basically probably more ruined it than anything.
Yeah, the sketches,
like if they would have combined them in a sense from the start, if they felt that at any time, and if they would have combined them, that probably would have, shown a better look of this guy Richard Allen, to be honest. But no. They give this look, then that look, and if you combine them, it kind of gives that. Well, why didn't they ever combine them? But first of all, so if I even thought that my husband had an inkling, if I knew he wore a blue jacket and he had that a baseball hat, and that same thing, maybe, but because if he was cleared and because of the face that they did, it really wasn't representative of, to me, Richard Allen. So I wouldn't have thought that, if I was her looking at that and looking at him, I wouldn't have thought that was the same person, because they're so far off base in a lot of ways. But if you combine them, and now that he's been arrested, people are going, well, hey, if I take the goatee off and put it on the young guy and I do this and I add that, now I got the perfect, I knew this all along, obviously, thing,
Well,
and it's funny how now people are making their faces from both of them out of puzzles, this is exactly what he looks like.
Think about this also. Let's say for some reason she still had an idea in the back of her head it might be him. At one point they came forward and they said that first sketch is now secondary. We've ruled him out, and this is who it is. And then they contradict themselves 30 times after that. But if you don't follow this like we do, and you just happen to hear that first statement when they change sketches that he's no longer a person of interest, and now you're like, well, wait a minute, they interviewed him, they let him go, it's not him. But even if I think so, the sketch that looks like him, they just said is ruled out. And I think that's why you've got so many issues, because law enforcement has not come out and changed any of their indiscretions and given reasons for it. They just keep making new statements and leaving you to wonder why the other statement is now changed.
Yeah. Be right back. Just going to get a drink. Be right back.
All right.
Okay. That always bothered me, Adam.
Yeah. I understand the suspicions people have, over everything, but I know that myself, I'm not comfortable. We know nothing about this woman, I'm not, so I'm not gonna, take what could, someone that could be going through an unimaginable place in her life right now.
And
Monday morning quarterbacking is very, very easy to do once. But
put it into perspective.
But just 1 second. But then I know that in myself, I have been in situations in my life where I knew things or I saw things, but I created the image or the thought that I wanted to see or think in order to protect myself from what was really there. And so I think the human mind can do that.
Oh,
and you may be
absolutely.
entirely right. I'm just saying, until I see a reason to not give this woman the benefit of the doubt, I feel like it's unfair to question, or to not to question, but to speculate on her culpability.
Yeah.
Because if we learned with Blaine Nelson, just because you're related to someone that does something horrific, allegedly, doesn't mean that you're horrific. But
to back up your statement there, do you think that they wouldn't have arrested her? There's no way they went this deep into what he was going and arrested him and kept everything secret and let her stay out there. If they had any inkling that she was involved, I believe they would have taken her into custody too.
Yeah. They say, unless someone that was involved that, came to the police voluntarily and made a deal for themselves, maybe not, but I don't think that was the case in this instance. I don't think they cut her. I don't think she was given a deal. I just don't see the connection with her being involved. In fact, I've actually heard a few other things.
And if she wasn't, which, like I said, I wasn't accusing, there's just something in my gut that tells me there's something more. But she could have been terrified if she did know.
Yeah.
And, I think, like I said, she may have known something deep down in her, but, 25 years of marriage is a long time. You create a life for someone, you get to a certain age. And I think a lot of us can identify with the fact that, not necessarily that we were with someone that's done what he did, but, you kind of you can kind of pick and choose what you decide to see in the person you love. Or you try to amplify the things that are lacking in your life. Because if you notice, she did a lot of posting about how wonderful her husband was, and he barely looked like he could be interested to be in those pictures.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And she was probably I'm like speculating, but she was probably really overcompensating for what she was lacking in her relationship. But
possibly.
Well, look how many people talked about this guy and said, well, he was just so happy-go-lucky. He was, jovial. He was this, he was that, with Richard. Right? It's just one of those people that nobody would have thought at all. It's not like he portrayed this evil person on the outwardly and stuff like that. Now, just quickly, Nicole, is this a picture you're speaking about where they're saying Keegan Klein is behind in that tree there at Wabash with the little fat legs over here? Because that person has really thick legs. Is that the picture that you speak of? Hiding behind a tree?
You mean in the water?
No, out behind in this tree here. Right here. Right here. Because, if you look at this person, the person's legs are kind of thick. To be honest, I'm not sure if that's... And it says KK and Wabash in whatever it says there. So, I don't know.
I don't think that he was wearing street clothes when they brought him there.
I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know. You think that he was wearing orange?
Tan.
Huh?
Tan.
Is that what color it is? I don't know. I haven't seen a picture. Have you ever seen a picture?
No, I've not. No, I've no.
Of KK at the actual Wabash?
No, I have not.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was from Alexa. Alexa gave me that. No, just kidding. Just kidding, Alexa.
What is in the shoebox or something like that? I'm not sure the video, Nicole. Talking about is from Evil Exists.
Ask what is in the video I'm talking about. It's from Evil Exists and Little Brown Out. What's in the shoebox? Oh, I don't even know.
Non-Violet, I love your name. Glitter Bean.
Glitter Bean?
Yeah, and there are countless, Anna, you're right. There are countless examples of, and whether, like you said, whether you can't, I mean, when you're married to someone for 25 years, of course there are parts of their personality that you're going to know on an inherent level that you might not want to see, just like BTK's wife or Green River Killer, or Jeffrey Dahmer's parents. You can choose. You can compartmentalize what you want to see and what you don't in people you love. Sometimes, I think we all do it.
Absolutely.
Look at how many people been cheated on, but and they probably in their gut knew, but chose not to because they didn't want to be hurt. So.
Oh, I never took a screening of that at all. Caesar, does anybody else have it? The one that Sleuth was showing that one night of Libby's, that one, that chick on the bed, that his daughter or whatever. Was it his daughter that had the tie-dye shirt on that everyone kind of thought was Libby at first? Yeah. I didn't take a screening of it.
Yeah. Lisa, remember now when I've been in relationships, I was the king of trust but verify.
I was gonna say something. I forgot. Totally went away. Anyways, Steph, any other thoughts you got going on there?
I don't have any other thoughts. Except, I have some thoughts, but one thing I was just sitting here that came to my mind while we were discussing this, and I kind of feel bad that I said that about the wife now.
No, don't.
I'm thinking
Did
about
Adam
my
give
own
you a
self.
whoop?
I was in years ago in my 20s. I was in a extremely abusive relationship.
I'm sorry.
And I would never have crossed him on purpose. I mean, it was like walking on eggshells all the time. So that kind of brought that back to the back of my mind that, you were like
relating it
Steffa had made a point about narcissistic syndrome, and that brought that back to me. And in the back of my mind that, yeah, you don't know what someone's going through. You really don't.
No. And you know what? We all know too, there's a lot of naive people out there, because again, if he's portraying a whole different personality in a sense, and because honestly, like, we're oblivious, really, unless the husband's, like a piece of crap to begin with, and you know what I mean. And there's things that are giving you absolute cues. Chances are most people won't know. It's not even like I'm just saying it. You can tell time and time again from all the cases that are out there that no one expected to get murdered or killed by them or whatever. And it's just.
Sonny, are you saying that my letters to Scott Peterson that you think it's not going to be a real thing?
I feel like it's not. I'm sorry, Adam. Sorry to break your little achy breaky heart. No, see.
You race me back all the time.
I know. I am going to jump off here in a second, but I do want to say this before I jump off is,
you don't have to, by the way.
Oh, it's okay. I've got some things to do, but I think we all just need to be very careful what we say and how we approach this, because I don't want to screw anything up either. And
Sonny, I know that wasn't your intention, Stephanie. I'm sorry if I felt like if I made you feel like I was jumping down your throat.
No, not at all.
Steph,
not at all.
Steph, let it out. If Adam somehow created this in
anger, Adam, it was all your fault, dude. No,
everything you said was valid. I just,
Yeah, no, we're not here to try to offend Adam. However, obviously didn't have enough hot dogs today. And I'm so sorry, Steph, if it was ham.
Yeah.
You should have had some of my meatloaf. It was really good.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Steph, thank you so much. I mean, me and Steph talk a lot behind the doors and stuff like that. So it was a real treat because I, for some reason, had it in my head that True Crime Housewife was somebody else. And I'm like, well, so True Crime Housewife, if you still want to come on, like, where are you? And then also I seen Callie say that you were on the panel. And I'm like, oh shit, because I forget that you have a channel, that you started a channel. And so yeah, I mean, if you want to put it into the messenger, I can post it in here because I totally forgot, to be honest with you.
Did you if you get a chance, I know that you're busy doing a lot of other things, but if you do get a chance, watch 1111 Tarot at Delphi.
I already watched that a little bit. I can only stand to watch things for so much. But I did watch her for 15 minutes longer than I normally watch most people.
Well, I was going crazy because I finally had to start typing because I was going, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
Oh, is that what it was? Whoops. One sec, Steffa. But yeah, no, I watched about 15 minutes of it. I mean, I was impressed that I was at CD. I was in your live for about 25 today. At least.
Oh, CD did. That's right. CD did a live today. I was me. Yeah.
That was like today's. It was today. Yeah.
Yeah. He mentioned. He'd asked me because he mentioned that he was doing it, but then I've been at work all day, so I've not seen it.
I'm too much of a squirrel to be stuck in somebody's live for too long. I do, because it's like I'm instantly going, okay, I got to go do this. Oh, I still need this to do. I still got that to do. Like I get behind on my shit because there's like freaking emails to get back to. And sometimes if they're longer emails, I'm like, yeah, I'll have to get back to that one later because I'm too busy concentrating on all the stuff that was coming out today. And yeah. And so I was in CDs for about 25. And then you sent me that link and I watched that for about 15 minutes. And then there was a point where she was at some bird in the sky or something like that. I think that's when like a little bit after that is when I left there.
Well, I
Steph,
can tell you when we were there, Randy Gravitt took a picture of it. When we were there that day, it was so peaceful. And Randy said, look up there at those two hawks. And there was two hawks above the bridge in unison, just flying in and out of each other in a circle. And the hair stood up on my arms.
One of those moments.
Yes. It was just great. It felt so serene, and it was like, we're okay now. You know, you guys haven't given up. But anyway.
No, for me, I always get shivers. That's usually when I know like someone's like around me in a sense. I literally get the chills through my body all the time, and stuff like that. So everyone to their own, right? So if someone felt that it was the birds flying around, that was Abby and Libby in a sense. And maybe, don't know, to be honest with you. I think having a spiritual, beautiful heart is a good thing to have. I'd rather be that way than be so focused on everything has to be scientific about everything. Nah, life isn't built that way. The world isn't really built that way. It's built on both things combined.
Not for me. I live mostly by my gut.
Yeah.
And I've not been wrong very many times, to be honest. So
it's just that, some people are stuck in a structure that they have to scientifically have it done a certain way. I'm sorry, but I think it's a balance of both things together that makes stuff like that. So when someone's more of the scientific type of person side, and then you have the spiritual, it makes for a good balance and stuff like that, because nothing is ever as structured as and set in stone, and that's why when they say that women police officers, like when a woman police officer, because they're way more intuitive than typically a man is.
They're meaner too.
Pardon?
They're meaner too.
But true that. But it's kind of I always believe in it. It's just a balance of things that make things, more even keeled in the world. Right. Having the balance of all different kind of angles, never being structured to one side, just kind of finding the balance of the difference. And, for a team that's working on trying, like me, Deb, and Adam, for instance, it's a team. You have your different angles and different aspects of it, because sometimes you don't think of certain things until somebody says it. And then you're like, oh, hey, I never really thought about that. So I always like that balance of different people and different personalities. I just think it creates a really powerful group of people that way.
Well, I feel like the moment you limit yourself to one way of thinking, I think that, as soon as you decide that how you're going to put all of your thought process into and faith into one thing, is the moment you stop growing.
Really chilling.
That's true.
So, I think it's important to hold a balance. Like David said in the message a minute ago, faith will move a mountain. And I agree with that. And then, science will explain why it moved. So.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off.
It's nice to
meet you, Adam and Lewis. Hey, and you never did let Lewis introduce himself, by the way.
Oh my.
This is Lewis. Sorry, but.
Hi, Lewis. Okay, I'm going to jump off, but I'll keep listening, okay?
Sounds good. I'm just a local freeloader that jumps on every now and then.
He's a toll booth operator.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Right.
Bye, Steph. Take care.
Please join us again.
Yeah. Adam won't bite this time. Next time. It's your fault.
Yeah. I know everything is.
I'm going to message her right now to apologize for your bad behavior.
She's like, don't worry, Adam has a reputation for being mean to everyone.
I'm a pretty bad toll booth operator because I don't collect any money. I really wish I was collecting some money.
I think work on some rural, place in Indiana. They get one car an hour.
Did stuff get?
I won't put your real estate out there, so I was like,
I'm gonna let them in out of the cornfields.
Right. It was a bad choice of a toll road.
Hold on a second. Steffa, you can't say drop you a link and then you don't even look at your own link that I dropped.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right? You want to talk about spankings again? What the heck? Both of you are on top and I'm at the bottom. Good. Sunny, did you have a Mountain Dew before you came on today? No. Diet Coke is the Diet Coke. I can't really have sugar.
And I can answer the next question, Polko Row. Sunny is streaming here. I'm assuming that you're in the you're in Aspen, Concord. That's my channel, and so I am streaming with her. And Sunny is allowed to stream wherever she wants. So I don't know what you mean. So I'm just curious because what do you mean you're not allowed to?
Oh, did I block you? Is this person?
No. She put a heart. I was just like, I don't think they knew that you're that thing got turned in, that your appeal. I think it was just confusion because.
Yeah.
No, that took 4 hours for the appeal
Thank
to
you.
Yeah. But that is why so we're streaming in both places. We're simulcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is quite cool. Yeah.
Don't jeopardize your channel over this one, Adam. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No,
Adam.
I mean, no, they said you.
Oh,
I don't think she realized that I don't think they realized that your appeal went through.
We love you, Adam. We don't love Sunny, Adam. We love you. Miracle Heart. Everyone loves Adam, right, Adam?
No, everyone loves you.
No. And I don't want them to. Only certain people. I don't want the haters. You can have all those ones.
Verbal Judo, why are you? I'm sorry that you're in pain.
Oh, what's wrong? I'm in bunches of pain.
Oh, Fibro, I don't know how many. I'm a really bad YouTuber. I don't know how many people I am. I don't know how many subscribers I have. Maybe I am Tom Webster. I don't pay attention to any of that.
Hey, Peace. How are you? Yeah, what are you at, Adam?
Looks like I'm dropping by the number. I'm kidding. Just 42, 482. Is that I guess 42.
Just 42. We need to get you up to at least 500 so you can have a community page. Come on, you guys. Let's drop Adam's link here again. So
I don't know if I'm worthy of all that, but yeah.
Oh, there's Steffa. Hey, Steffa.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I do appreciate it, everyone. Thank you. Wait, who's this chick?
It's Steffa. I've missed my friends.
Who's your friend? Who's your daddy? Who's your mom?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your?
No, I just wanted to come up here real quick because I saw a lot of people in there going, oh, she knew she had to have been weak. There had to have been signs. But if you know anything about narcissistic abuse syndrome,
yes,
you will know that when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you don't know your own reality. And you, for example, you think the relationship you're in is a relationship with somebody that doesn't even exist, because they don't love, they don't feel. So you think that this person that they're portraying is real. So you're in love with somebody that it doesn't exist, and it happens all the time. And it happens mostly with empaths, because empaths are narcissists and empaths are attracted to each other
like a magnet. They do.
Yes. So the narcissist gets their what they call narcissistic supply from an empath. Usually it's it can be anybody. So, but they look at their supply as like an appliance, like a refrigerator or a toaster. They don't feel, but they portray that they love you, and they are able to make it look and make you feel like they love you. So everything that you think your relationship is, never existed. So for her to say, oh yeah, that's Bridge Guy, I could look at him and know by the walk or by his voice. I don't believe that one bit, because I was in a relationship with a narcissist, and that ended in 2018. I am just now remembering things that happened that were horrible. But it's called, I know you guys have heard the word gaslighting, but true gaslighting is where somebody makes you think that your own reality didn't just happen. For example, there's pizza laying on a counter, and they tell you there's not pizza there, but they're so good at what they've done to your brain that you question your own reality and you believe what they just said, even though you're physically looking at the pizza. That's how jacked up the brain gets. So
True.
People don't realize that because they're thinking from a normal brain, but a narcissist, somebody that is suffering from narcissistic abuse syndrome, isn't thinking from a normal brain. So people don't get that have never been in that situation.
Absolutely. And I've been there, done that. And oh my God, what a freaking train wreck of my emotions.
Yes.
The thing is that I legitimately was like that third person watching it going, I see what's going on. I know what the hell you're trying to do. You're not going to get to me. Like, you're not going to, I'm too smart to let you play these games on me. But in reality, I was actually letting him do to me what I was telling myself he wasn't doing to me, because I was going for this whirlwind of emotions. And the thing is that it wasn't like it was a husband. It was some online dude from back in the day of RuneScape. He looks like a Kagan Klein. Okay. Legit, 550-pound beefy guy that sat in his room, had no life besides the online people, played RuneScape, pretended he was very obscure, but I thought I had to fix him. Frick, what a mind warp. I'll tell you, taught me a lot about myself again, and it taught me a lot about personality disorders and how there's just so many that they can overlap each other. And it was very crazy trying to understand, because I didn't know nothing about disorders at this point at all. And so I'm like, hey, what the hell does this guy got? He meets all of these criteria for this. And all it was at the end of the day, you could tell he was a gaslighter. He was narcissistic. And it would take away everything, emotion that you wanted to feel. He would blame you for everything. Everything was your fault. He would just disappear on the game, just disappear. And then all of a sudden a day or two would go by and he'd be like, are you sorry? No. What the, like, why are you playing these games with me? But I allowed it to go on for like a good year and a half. And by that time I was so exhausted. I was like, dude, go freaking fix yourself. And I can't do this shit anymore. I thought I was destined to come across your path and help you and make you a better person and see the sun and the light. Shit, no. Hell no. Get the hell away from me. I can't fix you. Somebody with freaking degrees needs to fix you.
But you knew it was like you could see it happening as a third person.
I could. Absolutely.
But people that are in that don't see a third person. They're feeling that they are so good at what they're doing, and the sex with a narcissist. And I'm sorry if I can't say that word on your channel, but they make it so, for a woman, like a man, so like how we are as women, so emotional and amazing, and they make you feel amazing. It's called love bombing, and you guys most people know what love bombing is. But then there's that cycle, like you said.
Hold on a second, Polka. 1 second, Polka. Know what you're talking about before you open up your floppy gums, okay? First of all, there was a false report put on this channel. YouTube resolved that within 4 hours that day. So nobody called you any such word. So you know what? Get out of my channel. You want to go stay in Adam's channel, or maybe you actually are in Adam's channel. Let's see here. Hold on. Block user. Get out of my channel. Watch it from if you're already in his. Get out of here. Seriously, I just hate it when these little know-it-alls come in here and they're sitting there like we even said, like Adam just literally explained. And then it's just like, here we go again. Why don't you mind your own business, people? Okay. Obviously, like I said, we took care of that. And this channel is up because if it wasn't allowed up, trust me, YouTube would have brought me down and I would have gotten whatever. But someone put that false claim report. It was resolved within 4 hours. And I don't believe anyone called that person the C word either. So
no, that was a joke. That was just so you couldn't go live.
Yeah. Hey. From the other day.
Can I give a special shout out to Greeno's cellmate? Good to hear from you again.
Yes, love you, what you were bringing up. They were together from a very young age.
Yes.
So this was probably her first real relationship on top of it.
Yes.
And who knows what kind of home life she grew up in. So what she experienced to her might have been what normal should be if it wasn't.
Yes. And you have to, now it's going to take, right now she still thinks that this love, she probably does not believe that he's who he is. And it's going to take her a long time to unravel it. When I started, the only reason I found out what kind of relationship I was in is I felt like I was losing my mind. So I started Googling my symptoms. And I was not a dumbass. I was a director of nursing at the time when I met him. I was not stupid, but he knew how to get to me. They figure you out right away, date one. And so it took me a year and a half after realizing what was happening, the narcissistic abuse. It still took me a year and a half to finally put it they usually go back 7 times after a breakup of a narcissist. So she's not even, yes, 7 times is the average. So she is not even going to believe who he is right now. And she probably has not Googled these symptoms. It's probably going to take her a while to unravel this whole thing. And then can you imagine being married for whatever it is, 31 years to him, and to find out that the whole time that you love this man, it wasn't even real. He never loved you. You were just an appliance to him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So that is what she has to deal with. So she would rather believe her fantasy of who he is and what their relationship was. It's so hard for her brain to come to reality. So,
and you know what?
Let's give her some grace.
You know what, Steffa, though? You know what? You're speaking my language there, because in a sense, I was Googling like what all this is. I was even Googling and myself. I was like, what the heck? So absolutely. Right. Because what you said, everything you just said there was exactly how I was feeling, but I was just wise enough to understand that this was not normal, in a sense. But by that time I've had experience. And so, yeah, if she's been with someone since they were younger, do you know what I mean? Her whole world's crashing down right before her eyes. I'm sure of it. Just like the daughters and the family around. No one wants to be labeled that they are the Delphi murder, of killers of that. Like that in itself, right? It's just right up there. There's some of these cases that are told, and there's, but not to this limelight. And so I can only imagine I don't feel like she had anything to do with it. That's just my assumption. Either or, again, we play blind by our, just out of, normal tendencies to do that. Turn the blind eye to it. It's like, no.
It's self-preservation too.
Yes. Self-preservation, exactly.
Yeah.
If you
the other thing that you need to consider here too is right before Delphi, she went through an extremely tragic loss of her brother, who it made it seem like they were extremely close. So she might not have realized anything because she was going through a rough time.
Wow, I didn't know she lost her brother.
Yeah, right before Delphi, in the end of 16, somewhere in the middle of end of 16.
Yeah, September.
Yeah, she had some Facebook posts up about, how she was going through a rough time with his loss and things like that. And then I could see that blinding any side. Let's say he is responsible. Anything that might have been abnormal at that time, she was going through so much stuff, she might not have even realized it.
Right. And she lost her father prior to that as well.
Yeah. There were traumas right in line there. I mean, she was going through a rough period right before 2017.
Adam, that's who it is. Go there you go. Now you're just gonna go make another account. You see who that is, right? You know the one. So that's who your little pokeroo is. You know who that is, right there.
No.
Oh, okay. Block user yet again. Yeah. Remember that mouthpiece Canadian? What is it with the Canadians? I'm Canadian. Shut up, Canadians. Seriously, some of them. There's some, except for you. Let's see, Shar. But it's the Canadians that are creeping me out. I'm a Canadian. We're supposed to be nice. You guys are the freaks.
But you know what? Please like and subscribe.
Yes, please like and subscribe. But seriously, it's blowing my mind. So remember, Adam, that was cheek pinching Granny. What was her name was Sunny, hanging with Sunny. Remember Mouthpiece, and then we blocked her because she just kept being rude in chat. And then we blocked her, and that was cheek. That was your pokeroo, Mrs.
Okay.
Oh, see, I can smell you people. All right.
Right.
Some people do their drugs. I'm just like a line of freaking kick your ass out of here. Is that?
Oh, Lisa, we know Lisa. We know that you're.
Lisa, there's some creators.
There's one in every province.
Okay, yeah, there's one in every
just one.
I mean, seriously though, Canadians. This is disappointing to me because Canadians are supposed to be nice. I'm telling you, it's the Canadian creators that I've come across that are usually the rudest ones, and the ones that need some help. So I'm just gonna send them over to you guys. I mean, you guys can put them in your little mental asylums because it's like seriously, you block someone and then they go cuckoo on you. You know, they come in here, blah, 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 blah. And then you block them because they're just being little tards. And then all of a sudden they come back in again underneath a different name because they just love you anyway, still really. But it's like
I was, you know what's so funny is about 2 months ago, I was gonna do a live on narcissistic abuse. And I met another creator named Mel, and she wanted to do it because she was going through a situation. She was living it. And what'd you say?
What was the name?
Her name's Mel. Okay. So Mel said that
I'm Canadian.
She was living that. And she was going through the process of back and forth. And they do what is called hoovering. And I just saw somebody just say that their narcissist keeps coming back. Well, that's called hoovering. They try to suck you back in because they need that narcissistic supply. I'm a little educated on this if you haven't noticed. And
yeah.
And so she's in that where he's hoovering her, trying to hoover back in. And when you have kids, it's harder. Luckily I didn't have any kids with this person. But yeah, so I was gonna do this live, and then I told her I would do one with her on my channel and then one on her channel, and then we just never did it. And now I'm like, I wish I would have, but then I'm like, this is kind of the time to do it and talk about giving this girl some grace. Like she's got to be devastated, and then to even try to figure out the whole narcissistic abuse thing, or that she was married to a psychopath, which they pretty much have the same symptoms.
Steph, I think we had talked about doing something together like that as well, and then it never happened.
Well, then you can be there too. It'll be a whole family party.
Well, that was going to be an Ohio case. Oh, I bet.
Yes,
but I know who that is. Sonny, I bet I know who that is.
Oh, is she back? Oh, look at her. How many accounts do you have, you poor, pathetic thing, you? Oh, you don't have a life. Do you need Stepha's help? Stepha? No, I don't think Stepha's even willing to take you on. All right. Okay, you have a good night. Okay.
Sending you love and light, darling.
Yeah, love and light, and a lot. Yeah, definitely a lot of light. And I'm just going to help you to the door.
Because the appeal was turned over in 4 hours.
In that case. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. But anyway, what should be about Libby and Abby, I mean, repeatedly to come into a channel and just continue to try to prove that you want to bash the creator. It's like, how is that helpful to the case of the girls? If you disagree with the creator, don't watch them.
I know,
right?
Like, do you think I've ever once watched 99% of the channels out there? No.
Don't watch us.
And that's not even because I disagree with them. It's just because I just don't watch them.
Yeah.
I have the ones that I like and that I trust and that I respect.
Few, yeah.
Yeah. But if I watch one and I don't like it, I won't watch them again.
Same. I don't watch gray hairs.
Right.
It's not that I hate them. I don't watch them. Well, he's not my best friend, but I mean, we almost got married once. You guys didn't know that.
Sonny, you got dyslexia with it when you're with the ways you just said that. Sonny hates that she watches gray hues, but that she can't stop.
It's an addiction that I haven't admitted to yet. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
an addiction. Yeah, I mean, gray hues, the pubes, gray pubes. I think they call them.
Oh.
Definitely turn me on. I know,
Right.
Steph. I know you're jealous of that relationship between him and I.
I did want to say really quickly, Steph, with what you were saying with narcissism, I think that the thing that's interesting too is that a narcissist would never want to admit this, but as much as a narcissist, as much as a empath is drawn to the need of the attention of a narcissist, sometimes a narcissist drug is the empath, because without what they get from the empath, their satisfaction is not filled.
Yeah, they have to have the supply.
Yeah, and so the supply for them is so the real power lies in the empath.
But you can't
Even
be
though
a narcissist. You can't manipulate a narcissist.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You can, but you never end up winning in the end.
No, you never end up winning, but you are the one that holds the power because without you, the narcissist is nothing.
The
So when you walk away,
is they go and get supply other places, and then you end up broken.
right? But once you come through that journey,
that's funny,
and you realize that that person was nothing without you, it gives you your power back.
Yes.
Adam, did you get your power back from me once you realized that you were nothing?
Yet.
I'm still waiting for my power, Sonny. Can I please have that back?
No. You want to see me?
But you know what? That journey has helped me with, I think, 4 different people that I have been able to help them as they've been when the narcissist ran out decided they didn't want that supply anymore. I was able to lead them, I guess, to the well, to say, hey, this might have been what's happening to you, and show them to education, so then they could come to terms with it. And so my journey was, I hate to say worth it, but able to help 4 other people in the end. So I say it was worth it.
Holy shit, I'm popping like a freaking bag of popcorn right here. Sorry, man. Just also every time I turn around, I'm like popping, and I'm like, whoo,
where's my corn?
Right here, baby. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Stefa. And I say, sadly, some of the hardest things that we all go through in life end up being, I mean, it's cliche, but they end up being the absolute, probably most important, best things that can ever happen to us in our life, because they propel us to the point we need to be at next in our life.
True.
And that to me is limitless.
True that.
Okay, y'all, I've been worked and then gone to the nursing home for most of the day. I got to go to bed so I can get up and do it again tomorrow.
Will you quickly let us know how is
she's doing
your dog?
Good. She's good. She got settled into the nursing home, and the wound nurse saw her today and said it looked good. So we are moving in the right direction.
Excellent.
She's out of kidney failure. I'm happy with her progress.
Good.
So thank you all for the prayers.
Good deal.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see her in person in December.
Oh, I don't think she'll be able to come. I don't think she'll be able to walk yet. But I'll be there.
Well, hey, you and I
and I'll need a break. That's for sure.
You and I need to, I'll be happy to be your break.
Up there. There we go.
And True Crime Web there, I mean, I'm sure he'd be happy to help, knock back a few bottles of wine. I mean, the rumors.
Right. Well, he's doing security because I'm the princess.
Never keep a man like Steve away from his alcohol.
Sonny? Wait, Sonny?
What?
Did you hear what she just said?
What?
Steffa, could you repeat that?
I said really Steve is doing my security because I am the princess.
Sonny? Who's the princess?
You are, Adam.
Adam, you're going to have to be the prince that night.
You know what, Steffa?
I'm the princess.
Know your role around here, okay? You gotta step down a couple notches. Sweet. You're the queen, Steffa. You can be the queen bee.
No, queens are old.
Steffa, I mean, I didn't want to say your age here, but Steffa's almost 59, guys.
I am old. But, in my head, I'm still young.
Bro.
That's it, just it. And in a man's head, and in their other head, they're still young.
that head never goes away. Trust me.
So true. That is, yeah, I know.
It just needs shock therapy every once in a while with a little blue pill.
Yeah. And a little blue pill.
Yes, non-violent. You're right. I can't. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Teach their own. If you don't like a channel, don't watch it.
Right. And if you do, then watch it and give us a thumbs up.
But come to my channel regardless if you like me or not, because I need subscribers. Okay.
Oh, do you need subscribers? That was an earful.
Yeah, please come over, even if you hate me.
So, shameless plugs. Come to Steffa at my channel.
You'll take everything at this point, right?
Negative, I'll take everybody. I will go down to the bottom of the barrel. It's fine. It's just fine.
I was trying Steffa, but Sonny just keeps blocking everyone off my channel.
But she's like, sorry, Adam. That was out.
Think that she was all those people and then some. So there are some crazy asses out here, you guys. I mean, that was only 3 of her names. She has more. I think she has a unicorn one as well. But there's literally these people. Okay, I'm just telling you. There's this one chick, and if she still watches this today, Deb, yeah, like legitly, if I could count all her emails, she has like 30 of them, like legit 30. And they just make them and come back in. Are their lives like seriously that boring, lame, whatever, that they have to do that stuff? It just never ceases to amaze me. The people that are out there that are freaking cuckoo clocks. And just like that cheek pinching, granny, butt hurting, Papa Lou, whatever her name was there, all the different ones. Same thing. Like I said, they get pissed at you because you block them, but hey, maybe you shouldn't have been a mouthpiece in here. If you recall, Adam, she came in here as hanging with Sonny, and she's the one that was like, I'm dying. I think I'm dying. And then we're all worried about her. And then when she gets on, it was like, oh, wait, you made it literally sound like you were dying. She's just an attention seeker. That's all she is. And it was just, do you remember that when she did that? Yeah. I'm dying. I got this and I've got that. And then she gets on and then she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. And you're like, really? You literally did all that just for attention? Okay. All right. But anyways,
I think she said, when you said, are you dying? And I think she said, eventually.
Eventually. Yes, you're right. That's what she said. Eventually.
Because I remember thinking, aren't we all?
Yeah.
And I don't want to make light of someone's if someone has a medical condition, even
come on.
I don't want to make light of that, but
no, but she literally, there's those people out there that are manipulators. That's one of them right there. I don't even want to call it manipulation. I just want to call it, go take your meds, go take your pills, go sign yourself in and have a good day. Have a good couple of years or something. Go fix yourself.
It's more like borderline personality traits.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm not even a therapist. I just study this stuff because the brain fascinates me.
I don't think honestly that you have to I don't think it takes like the wisest person in the world to see when somebody's imbalanced, though. So that this isn't, we're not giving expertise opinion here. Definitely. But you can always tell when somebody's a little bit imbalanced. Whatever
Oh,
they
that's
need
why
to
you
do.
like me. I'm imbalanced.
Yeah. Like go fix themselves or whatever. Just go help. Go have a bowl of Fruit Loops. Lucky Charm, something.
Grizzly, you're supposed to be on my side here. Come
Wait,
on.
what Grizz say? What the hell? Deb, you let these two run the crazy show tonight? Yeah. Okay.
Don't talk about Stefan and Lewis that way.
Yeah, it hurts my feelings, Grizz. I
Yeah.
thought we were friends.
Self-diagnosis.
Yeah, self-diagnosis. Exactly. Anyways, Missy, don't want to keep
Okay,
ya.
love you guys.
Love you
And
too.
I'll
Okay.
see you tomorrow if you're on tomorrow.
And Steph, if you hop over to my channel and subscribe, I'll subscribe to yours.
I already did, and I even
Although I
went on.
already did.
Every live, I go on there and like it so that you get the likes. Okay.
Okay.
I just dropped Steph's link as well. Okay, guys. So Steph is, she's not asking, she's begging. She's begging. She's
please
pleading.
like me. Be my friend.
Be her friend. She's a good
You
friend.
didn't even ask that. You don't want them to like you. You just want them to join. Show you some attention, right?
No, I need them to like me, okay? I'm just kidding. All right,
True
y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
But thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me. You guys are amazing.
You know
Keep
what?
us up to date with your daughter.
I tell you, before you know it, we're going to be at Oprah level, Nancy Grace status. So get it in where you can, right?
Right. Well,
Because
hello.
pretty soon we're going to be like
I'll
Steph.
just be riding on those coattails.
Yeah, I know.
No, Steph has more subscribers than me.
Oh.
Is this how YouTube works? This is how it works, isn't it? Next
I've
thing you
been
know.
begging longer. That's why.
Yeah, we love you. Alrighty. Everyone,
I've only been on there for 2 days.
Right. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good night.
I always think that regardless, the channel will grow because it grows. If you're organic, genuine, and just, and honest and stuff like that, people will see that. And then the ones that like the drama, the trash and stuff like that, like they'll go follow those channels. So there's room for everybody around here. It doesn't really matter. And actually, I did want to check something out because I know Sleuth was close to his 5K. So not sure if he's going to have a party. Let's see what's he at. 4.97. A little bit more for Sleuth Intuition.
So yeah, if anyone that's not subscribed to Sleuth, go over and hit the subscribe button on Sleuth. I'm sure he'd love to wake up tomorrow to 5,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work to put into it.
I'm just going to drop his link while we're here on there. That 5,000 milestone was a nice little milestone. It's just, it's one of those things that says, like 5, 6 will be 1, but 10, it's kind of like when you're married, right, Adam? It's kind of like, how long have we been married now, Adam?
Well, I mean, we're kind of at the 7-month slump.
Wait till we get to that year. Big celebration going on, us Cancers, right? Because our birthdays are both in July. Nothing against uncancers, just we're Cancers, aren't we? And mine's the 3rd, and yours is the 13th. And yeah, and it's just, and Lewis, when's yours again? Capricorn.
My birthday is January.
Yeah. January what again?
11th.
Right. I do like the number. I like the number 11. Can't say I like my son's a Capricorn, little dickhead that he is. But hey, that doesn't mean all Capricorns are that way. Just if I was to plunk my son back up the pipe, I would. Just so you know. And I'd be like, can you just be a Cancer, baby? My husband's a Cancer. Deb, are you a Cancer? Deb's not a Cancer. Anyway, we kind of have that little. Anyways, there's certain people that always kind of, come here, and Libra, usually Libras and Aries and Pisces, those are, and Leos, those ones kind of congregate here. 69. We know it. That's favorite year, favorite number. Anyways, do you guys have anything else to say, or does anyone in chat have anything else to say, or does anyone want to come join us on the live at all before we head off soon? Is there anybody out there that wants to come sit with us? You can sit next to Adam. Stepha had her chat. Oh, Deb's still here. I thought she said she was with her husband tonight. Oh, I'm a Pisces. Well, we are the Pisces moon, just so you know, Dab.
Me
So,
too. Love.
yeah, I'm a good Capricorn. That's why.
Three of my best friends in life have been Pisces. But don't tell Deb.
Don't
And
no. Don't tell
if
her.
you're interested, my birth number comes out 011110.
Talk to me again. What?
And his.
When you break down your birth date into zeros and ones and tens, it's 011110.
Yep.
Sure, mine is.
Oh.
Break mine down. 696996969690. That's where mine is.
And Fibro, it's not 69. That would be the Cancer. It's like the crab, and the yin yang. It's so not Pisces sign. It's the Cancer sign.
Right. 69 is a perfect year, perfect position.
I mean, there's no other reason I'd have that on the middle of my back tattooed.
Yeah, baby bear.
I do not have a tramp stamp of a.
But
I thought it was 666.
So, yeah, that's
No, that was right under my left eye, but I got it taken off.
Ooh, if you're never a piece.
As I point to my right eye.
I was born on Tom Cruise's birthday, but am I older than Tom Cruise? I think I might be older than him. Maybe.
No,
I'm not sure.
No, you're younger. He's 56.
Oh, okay, so no, he's older. July 3rd is his birthday.
Why do I know this
Just tell people it's 3 teardrops, not 666. You're fine.
You know, I mean, I outlined it.
And hold on, who was it? Shoot. Let me see here. Let me just double check. Oh, let me see. Content. So, Adam, do you have your link handy to drop again, please? Or no? No?
Sure.
Just because I'm just doing.
I do, yeah.
Okay. And I wanted this. Yeah, so wait, hold on. Is it?
I'd like to hit 500 tonight, but not going to happen.
Right. You like to have 500? Come on, guys.
Right tonight, but not going to happen.
Adam, what are you willing to do to get to 500 tonight? What are you willing to offer people?
Like nothing.
We never got the torque out of you. I love playing cornhole.
No, and I'm actually kidding. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel, you don't have to.
Oh, that's old. That's old. That's from way back there. No, that's reverse psychology, right, Tom Webster? It's reverse psychology.
No, I just I don't even look at that kind of stuff normally. Like I wouldn't know anything about that unless you were like, oh, you're close to the community page. And I'm like,
well,
that sounds like more responsibility.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Alexa, how old?
February 24th.
Oh, never saw it. Died on my first birthday. What Elvis did? Is that what you're saying? Sees through? Always subscribe to you, Adam, or Ozzy. Hey, Sonny, say anything. Why say KD bride guy can tell you wrong whole time, Sonny. Just try be repeat. Oh God, you sound like Michael. Are you hiding behind?
Wait, no. Can I read it first before you do anything?
Sure.
Hey, Sonny, say anything. Why say KD bride guy? But can tell you wrong whole time, Sonny. Just try to be repacked. Tell me you owe him.
No. Fell me you owe him. Fell. Oh, that's some good English right there.
I'm going to as soon as we have that translated from whatever dead language it came from, we will take that under advisement.
Dead Sea Scrolls. You need the Dead Sea Scrolls for that one.
Well, I don't know. Hanging with whatever sounds how sucky is that at times too, but I don't know. I feel like that's Michael. Is that you, Michael?
Oh, this makes perfect sense. Carol has the same birthday as Ted Bundy.
Oh, that Jerry Jones. If you are a subscriber, now you're not. Block user. There you go. Go learn some English and come back to us. and so you're not going to
Take
be
away
allowed.
all the fun.
Yeah, English much. See, this is what I'm telling you.
You
Cuckoo
take away
clock.
all the fun.
How
honey.
many? Wait, what?
You take away all the fun.
I'm so sorry. I mean, it's I have my fun and then it's like gone. Get out of here. But no, well, that person lasted longer than I even expected to.
That's
Like,
amazing.
honestly, by the time you read it, the 2 minutes had clearly gone by at that point. That was pretty funny, actually. That was pretty funny that it was Bride Guy. This person legitly. Steffa, I just feel like you need to be here for all these people that come in that need support and love and guidance. You know, they have like
It's
lots of
lonely. Everyone gets lonely.
you know, and if you keep feeling like you need to make accounts to keep coming in here, you know, like I said, I mean, obviously happy days for us that you give us that time, that you spend that much time liking us and loving us, that you need to create these accounts. We're just actually honored. But you know, I enjoy the fact that I literally can boot them. They have to go create another account, and then they're like, shit, all right, here's my 30th account now, coming back for you. And then they open up their mouths because they can't shut it. They have to at some point talk during the live. And then you're just like, thank you for that gift again. Merry Christmas. Here you go. Go make another account. And it's just a fun cycle like that, you know?
At least they're dedicated.
Dedicated. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and they're just like, oh, now I got to spend that 30 seconds like, you know, YouTube allows. And, oh, let me just go switch it up again, you know? But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for caring that much. And Christmas is coming up. Don't forget to, you know, donate to the channel. All you people that obviously love us, love to hate us, one of the two. Anyways, I need a gloss.
Sunny, if you were to like create a T-shirt that says,
yeah, go hard yourself. I don't know.
No, you should do one that says, Sunny Justice, like, you know, you owe KD an apology. It's sell like hotcakes to the haters.
Absolutely.
There you go.
There you go.
You know, or I'm going to have on each boob, suck it. Suck it.
And all donations can go to the legal fund.
Yeah, the legal fund. But can you guys I just want to make
naughty.
No, I just want to make sure that it's fairly distributed, though. I feel like there should be a Pat Brown fund. I feel like there should be, I can't list them all. Eldridge Fund.
We should hold a memorial service.
We should.
And release a balloon in each POI's honor that has come and gone.
I think it's probably made it to 2 pages now. It's probably well over 120 by this point now. Yeah. But yeah, if I probably were to make a shirt for Katie, I'd probably be like, suck it on there. And you know what? It's not over to the fat lady sings, and I ain't singing yet. Thank you very much. Okay. I got 3 chins. I got 4 freaking stomachs. You guys don't know that. It doesn't matter to me. I like to.
No, you're not.
Yeah. But anyways, 1 second, actually.
Yeah.
What do I want to be?
Here comes the corn.
No. I was
definitely something different.
Everybody knows a good tampon never dies.
I actually do not know that.
I got an extra long string too. Look at this. Woo! It's like a kite. Woo! You see that tail?
I think you're just being tethered to the ground there.
Oh my god, that made me. It was like a lasso.
That would be. You're right. You know, non-Violet, you are right. There being an episode devoted to all. I don't like to point out. You know, if someone has good intentions and they, you know, everyone gets things wrong, but it would be a good show to do all of the psychic predictions that were done on this show, that were done on this case, and then to kind of like look at them, you know, in hindsight.
You know what? It's going to be very interesting, and I think so. I think I would like to think that myself included. I know I am going to take a lot of experience by first and foremost being a YouTube channel, YouTube creator. There's a lot of things I've come to know, and I still have tons of stuff to learn for sure. And as well as how I would do things if I had to redo again, in a sense. So because I wasn't a YouTube creator, and because I was just doing things from the passionate of my heart, and YOLO. But in saying that, you grow and you learn, and you're like, I'll never stop being a badass bitch in this fake ass world. Don't get me wrong. Especially,
Sonia, are you referring to the KD stuff, or are you referring to like having Deb and I join?
Yeah, it was more about you and Deb on this one, Adam. I just was covert in my Tampax here. I'm having a super heavy day. But no, yeah,
good.
No, definitely you and Deb.
So what I'm hearing is that you're super absorbent.
I'm super absorbent. I'm like a sponge for sure. I take shit all in. But
well, then I'm very confused about. I'm very confused about what the point of those are. Then
I know.
I thought they were for something else.
Right.
That last comment, you stuck it in the wrong spot.
I know, right? So I know. Look at these eyelashes. These are
somebody.
Fake.
We digress. We digress.
Okay, so no, I've just learned a lot. It's hard, really, being a tampon and being serious, isn't it? But you know what? Go with it, people. All right, nothing leaks on Sunny's.
I just keep picturing somebody stepping on the string and you falling on your face.
Right? Look at that tail. Where'd that sucker go? Wait, hold on. Where'd that sucker? Where'd you go? Oh.
How do I remove this stream from my channel?
Okay. I'll be right back. Fine. Oh my god, that's too funny. Okay. I ain't nothing but a corn dog. Crying all the time. Ain't nothing but a corn dog.
Lisa, I didn't know they had voices.
Oh my god. Okay, guys. So yeah, we're kind of at the entertainment part of this show. So
right.
Yeah.
To be like serious for 1 second, I do want to say that I admit I commend Becky for what she put out today, supporting that petition. I've spoken about about what I feel about the unnecessary blunder that was on the part of the state of Indiana, because it was a mistake that they could have just easily done things in the proper way and it wouldn't have been an issue. But I fully support that being sealed and continuing to be sealed if it's what's in the best interest for getting justice for Libby and Abby. And so I support the family 100% in that. I just was bothered by the way that that they went about. It just was messy the way that they put it out there. Some people are telling me that it was within all the laws, but it wasn't. They did not follow legal state Indiana state law procedure when they did that. When they sealed that document, and there was no reason they couldn't have. It was just sloppy. But saying that, I still support Becky and the family, and I want that document to stay sealed as long as they want it to.
I can't stop laughing, but yeah, me too.
See, I question what was sealed and what wasn't. And I think they would have avoided all these big issues if they released what they finally wound up releasing and just kept the other stuff sealed. And then I don't think it would have been an issue.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean about what they did release?
How they weren't releasing the information Monday about, his number when he was arrested and all that. If they would have come out and given a little bit of information, I think that people would not have overreacted like they did with everything else being sealed. I think they brought on most of the issues by having everything quiet.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I mean they had the entire document and
Yeah.
sealed.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was just curious because when you said that they released some information, but I was like, nothing about the searcher affidavit
Right.
has actually been confirmed. So that's all sealed.
I think that what you hear with people complaining about everything being sealed and wanting it unsealed, I don't think most people want that unsealed. I think most people are just questioning the way this was originally handled in the beginning.
No, there are people like out there demanding for it to be unsealed.
Right, but I don't think the majority of the people that want things unsealed are specifically on those documents. I think that it's more of a broader spectrum. It's not just one thing that they want sealed or unsealed. I think keeping the stuff related to the crime and the warrant and all that should stay sealed. Protect that for the integrity of the case.
I agree, but then they could have done that in a very easily procedural manner.
Yeah.
I think that people want all of the information. They want all of the details, and the fact that they're not being given them right now, and they know that there's probably a legal argument against them not getting them, is making them feel like they have a voice and a right to demand it.
Yeah. But for the few that speak loud, I think a lot of the people that are not pushing for that would not be reacting the way they did if they at least gave something in the beginning like they did and what was demanded on Monday that was released. I think if they would have come out with those documents originally on Friday, you wouldn't have this big uproar over everything shouldn't be sealed. I think a lot of people took more offense to the fact that they felt it broke procedure as opposed to what they want to see.
It didn't just break procedure. I mean, it broke Indiana state law.
Yep.
And it's being held over for 3 weeks until they inevitably have to release it, and they knew that going in.
Yeah,
they knew it would just buy them the time that they wanted it before, and that could be for a valid reason, and I support that. They just didn't need to go about it in a sloppy manner.
Correct. I think that's what caused most people to. I don't think the group of people that have an issue would be as large if procedure was done properly in the beginning. Then you would only hear a small percentage of the people complaining they want everything undone. But they brought the problem on themselves, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now it makes me wish I had been going to all the courthouses in that area and looking for search warrant postings on all of the walls prior to all of this other things, so that I could have known each of the 12 search warrants that we know have been executed in this case so far.
I think we should just go mushroom hunting.
Well, no, I don't want to do that.
I think that Alex would approve of this layout for sure. I feel like Alex would be going like, Sonny, you better run before I come and eat you. Alex, are you watching?
Mushroom hunting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
sorry.
You guys do. Yeah, you guys got mushroom hunting stuff out there, don't you?
Look at Carol.
Who's Carol again? Oh.
I listen to a lot of the scanners when I'm driving and stuff, and you would not believe the amount of people that get in trouble because they're caught mushroom hunting on other people's property out here. That's got to be like the most common call in areas that are not violent.
Y'all have a lot of morel mushrooms out there from
the morels,
and they sell for a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious crime out here. They take that with a lot of force when they come out to the property. They've got no problem taking the mushrooms and arresting the people and trespassing them. And
I just want to find a body, and mushroom hunters find bodies all the time.
Oh, they do. That's pretty common. That one girl in Peru was found by mushroom hunters.
So was the boy in the suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see this? Oh my gosh, that's so true. Morals start so many fights.
Because you don't have morals.
Nope, don't got morals. No. I truly just want what's best for the case, for Abby and Libby. For sure. I just You know, so yeah, so for the petition and whatever, if it needs to be sealed longer, so be it. If, like I said, what's 5.5 years versus a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Can either of you clarify? Is it the 12th or the 22nd now?
22nd.
Right. Because that's what I'd heard. But then someone had sent me something about the 12th, and I was like, it might have just been a typo. So I was like, my understanding was the 22nd because I'm pretty on top of that stuff. So.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. But I just didn't know if I had missed something somehow.
Well, you got to watch out because there's a lot of typos in this case.
Yeah, and this is always I don't ever get stuff off the internet. I'm not a Reddit person. I'm not those people that get in. Like I'm usually, if someone sends me information, I'll investigate it. But I'm not someone that like scours the internet for like leads for things. You know, I trust the people that bring things to me, and then I look into them.
Yeah,
they just float right in front of you like that, right?
Just like that. You see this? Come on, this is worth something. Come on, someone.
What exactly are you now?
I'm a potato still. I'm a
Potato?
potato. Look at this.
Tater?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I seen it. I fell in love with it for a second, but I can see where. Oh, look at this, guys. See, you guys are wrong if you don't think I'm an angel. For all of those people,
Taters?
yeah.
To me, you look a little bit like what may have started the whole situation in 2020.
Look at my scrunchie. Look at my scrunchie, people. Oh, you think so?
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Would you like to see that Tater's Hot deep fried?
No. Who said this? Garlic and Parmesan. Yeah. Like a smashed potato. Right?
I wish we knew a good grill master.
A grill master. Oh, you know what? We need some freaking infomercials on here. That's what we need. Right? We need to like a freaking jiu-jitsu knife, and we need to like I don't know. Not the derma wand. Definitely against the derma wand. But we're for lip smackers. We're definitely for lip smackers.
Right.
But,
I agree with this, man. Sorry.
Yeah, we're definitely for some infomercials here. I'm not against stopping this live and being like, have you guys got your daily set of Tampax tampons today? Because if you have and you are feeling, do you feel like you are having those extra thick days that require a little special padding? Just stick one of these up, no problem.
I want to do one of those mixed CD things where they're like, "Do you like love? Listen to 18 best songs to get your lady in the mood." Luther Vandross, just like all like.
Yeah, I wish we could play music like we could in the old days. Just play anybody's music, no copyright.
You can on TikTok.
Yeah, I know on TikTok. Yeah, certain things for sure, but it's like, it really sucks. Kind of. I mean, it's like back in the day, you could just play stuff and be good with it. Hey man, I don't mind if they all joined. Hey, if all the musicians joined a certain like thing and we paid like $9.99 a month or something like that, $20 a month, so we could listen to all your music, you guys would be rich ass people off us.
Back in the old days when like doctors could like smoke while they were delivering babies.
No word of a lie. We could on an airplane, in a hospital, didn't matter. We could smoke. It was crazy when you think about it nowadays. But back then it was just normal. You get a bad look outdoors from people now. Yeah. 1 second. I gotta find a new outfit. Do I want
changing it up again?
Oh my god! Look how cute I am now. Look at I even got a wobbly leg. I got Tony Klein's leg. Whoa. Tony Klein, want a date? No one's pulling my leg, are they?
Just hanging around?
Yeah. And they call me Bob. And that's with no legs. Oh, there we go. No. Yeah, with one leg, it's usually called shit on the stick. But anyways. Tony, I'll be your stick. Look at this thing. Now, if you guys want to call this ADHD, this little fairy has ADHD. Whoa, yeah. Look at
It's
that.
like the string.
Look at my neck. Holy, I feel like. Go ahead.
Lisa, at family reunion, would Sonny be that relative? Sonny, are you invited to the family reunions?
Sonny would be that relative. I'm afraid to say it, but Sonny is that relative. Sonny is truly that relative. I just remember.
And Lisa's the one passed out under the picnic table.
Yeah. It's hiding in my Diet Coke, obviously. But no, I do not need anything of alcoholic nature inside me to be that relative. Just saying. That comes free of charge. I should charge for that shit, to be honest. Because if it wasn't for people like me, parties and that would be very boring. Just saying.
True crime housewife. She's the only one they don't tell about the reunion.
She just shows up.
And then she finds it on Intellius.
You know, the thing is that when I go
to my family reunion.
Well, I mean, honestly, I can't help it that I actually am fun. I'm pretty fun to be around. Not going to brag here, but I'm kind of going to brag because I don't mean to go into a situation going, ooh, let me be the life of the party. I just am the life of the party. I don't even have to try. It's just because you go in there and you're just like, hey, and everyone's like, I want to be like her. Oh my God, I want to be like her. And I'm like, but you can get out of the freaking corner, get off your ass, be interactive with people, and you can do this too. Right. You know?
Depends what kind of party you're looking for.
Well, mushroom party, obviously. But yeah, you know, some people just don't have, it's just effortless, right? You just go be yourself. And it's like I said, you know, I mean, I'm not going to lie here, people. Adam daily messages me and says, Sonny, I want to make it to your level. I am so trying so hard. And Deb thinks I'm funnier than you are. And I'm just like, Deb, you've got it all wrong. Adam's still a grasshopper in my books. He's learning. Now, Deb, on the other hand,
I'm the one that throws a party and then doesn't show up.
Remember, wax on, wax off.
Well, yeah, it is getting deep in here. Definitely deep. Deep manure. Feel the love? You feel the love, people.
If anyone does have any questions or anything, we can be serious. So if anyone has any questions or thoughts,
absolutely,
concerns, questions, you know, theories.
Yeah. If you want your fortune read, I'm here. What do you want me to tell you? I'll tell you that tomorrow's going to come. Oh, look at that. It already has for most people.
Oh, Sonny is the black sheep in my family. Oh,
I'm the black sheep in my own family. But, you know, the stupid hogs in my family want to think that they're the black sheep. No. They try to steal that from me. Do you see that mole on me? Is it on my neck?
We hand the title off once a year to each other in my family.
Night Nonviolent. I still think that was funny that I thought her name was Nonviolent. Yeah, Sonny is the life of the pity party. Who's that Deb person? Get out of here. I think she's that cheek pinching granny. I think that's who Deb is.
Thank you, Violet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them on at the same time?
You know what? Now that you say that, well, yes, I have actually.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like I don't need any sort of LSD or any sort of anything.
You're stocked up?
Yeah. I feel like I'm just floating. I feel like I'm just vibing with
You look magical.
I know. Until my neck does that. Remember, what was that chick's name? Karina with the neck.
No, wait. Do you think you or I would like fall and like die first if we didn't get the attention that kept us alive?
Yeah, right. No.
Isn't that what killed like Tinkerbell? Like she would be, you know, if she didn't get attention.
You know, you can be my Peter Pan. I'll be your Tinkerbell. I just feel like I need more people to get this app so they can do it with me.
I mean, Peter Pan, like, if you think about it, he was like randomly just like going to children's bedrooms in the UK like all the time without permission, being like, "Hey, you want to never grow up?"
Yeah, that would be me.
I don't know if that's who I want to be.
You know, Deb really had a good idea yesterday. I wasn't even thinking about it myself. Cheap peaches. Is that so? You guys, in the bio link, just so you know, okay, the bio link. By the way, you can follow me and Adam, and eventually Deb, on Twitter. You can follow the Facebook page. And then IACS stands for It's a Crime and Shame. So whenever you see that, it means it's a crime and shame in short, because I'm too lazy to type it fully. So anyways, you can follow us on our Facebook page, follow on Instagram, but on the bio link that I just dropped there as well, you can check out our merch site. There's really some cool merch on there. And you can also follow my meme page as well, which has over, I hate to be braggadocious, but I will, has over 10K subscribers without me noticing that it got to that. So then I applied for those little star things that you can do, right? But then Deb, she's like, Sunny, why don't you do little videos while you're in transformation? Like when you're like a hot dog or a piece of corn. And I'm like, it goes perfectly well with what I think they're called reels or something like that. They call them reels. Yeah. So I'm like, Deb, wow, ingenious of you. Because I never really thought, I was thinking to myself, well, true crime doesn't really go with, well, the only way it goes with true crime and funny haha is that whenever, personally for me, whenever I dealt with anything that was deep, I always needed to watch a half an hour comedy show just to get back, bring the brightness back into my life there, because, it gets dark and heavy. But then when I thought about it, right, like, so meaning that's kind of what I do. But Deb had a really great idea when she was like, why don't you do these little videos? And I'm like, Deb, you are absolutely a genius. I never thought to do little reels, just little reels to go with my, funny memes. So in the bio link, if you want, there's like I said, my meme page. It's called Good Humor Only. And I just, sometimes I make up my own freaking whatchamacallits memes anyway. And then other times I just float around and post them that I find them. And I love memes. I like, it doesn't even have to be like just a meme. It could just be a quote, right? I just love anything funny. Adam posts a lot of those and it just cracks me up, makes my day. I mean, my day is already, I wake up smiling anyway. But Adam just, when he posts some of those things, I just start cracking up laughing so hard because it's like, those little truth ones and stuff like that. So yeah. So if anyone, it's in the bio link, you guys. And yeah, so I don't know. Adam. Anyways, Lewis.
Yes.
Is there anything like, I mean, there was a lot going on today. I get it. With the whole judge thing or the whole Richard Allen thing. And there is one thing I'm curious about, which is a certain name, attachment that we were looking at, but we're not going to put it out there. But isn't it kind of crazy that same last name is a pedo name?
Yeah.
To that person, and in a sense, and then that same last name is a kind of attached, but it's just a matter of where does it attach? Because it's just very interesting to me, like how this how the girls, and I really do hate to call it a story because it's not a story. What's a better word for this? I don't want to call it case because case makes it sound
not personal.
Yeah. And
it's tragedy.
I mean, yeah, it's a tragedy for sure. Probably, I know there's another word out there I'd probably be looking for, but anyways, it will be very interesting after all this time, how this crazy, weird case has evolved. In a sense, in my head, I want to just say circus because that's what it feels like to me. Yeah. It feels like, like Jack in the Box pops out.
It's like story seems to be the best word that fits it. I can't think of another word.
Yeah. Because I don't want to diminish anything about what the girls actually meant and their value, and that's the only reason I use the word circus, because I just feel their legacy deserves more than to be, even if some of it's been ridiculous, that's been the levels it's been brought down to, but we should hold them above that and just keep that out of the I don't know, but I don't know the right word.
Legacy doesn't fit. Story fits, but doesn't sound personal enough.
Yeah.
But I guess you can think of it. I mean, I know it's a tragedy, but if it brought about all this stuff that's going on with these multiple arrests over the last few years, at least there was a plus, a positive.
Yeah, but each one of those were tragedies in themselves. So, I mean, to me, it's still a tragedy. Just because the lessons learned.
Who was that other guy that was arrested? Yeah, they will dub, for sure. Who was that other guy that was arrested today as well in the porn, for porn?
Oh, the kid from Lafayette? Or look.
Yeah, he just turned 18.
Yeah, the kid from Lafayette.
Yeah.
The thing is that I believe personally, like, hey, when you're kind of a younger one like that, and I believe like Kagan Klein when he first started out, I don't think that they realized the
Lebanon.
That was it. Thank you. Okay. Lebanon. I don't really feel like they understood the repercussions at first when they're young, right? I think that, hey, I got some girls' nude pic here, and they're not even thinking much of it. But mind you, I just think that there's a lot out there that have no idea of the repercussions that they're going to face. But, some of these ones, like I said, I mean, the whole child porn thing has been going on long enough. So you think that, that maybe if that can happen to those people and get put in jail like at Kagan Klein and have all these charges and 5 dropped or whatever, it's just, I don't really think that they realize just, what's the word I'm looking for? The levity or whatever you want to call it of it, like the repercussions.
The seriousness of what they're doing. Yeah.
Like, I really don't. I think that there's a lot of young ones out there that really don't. As you're an adult, you got no excuse. But I think that these younger ones, the magnitude, that's a good word.
It makes me want to look deeper into this one that was just arrested because, not being the norm with the other ones, there's intention. But if they arrested this kid because of stuff that happened before he turned 18, just because he turned 18, I think you need more information as to what's going on here. If this was two minors exchanging stuff as they're talking, you don't want to ruin somebody's entire life over something that was more not nefarious. You know what I mean?
No. But when you see the evidence as to what the charges were based on, it kind of puts some of that into light.
Well, I've not looked into it. I just read the one little thing today, and it seemed like something that you need to look deeper into before you make a decision on, because it just didn't sit like the other ones did. So if you went through it a little bit more thoroughly, then that
so once you do, I think it does put it more into
does it
into context?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I found interesting, because Deb was trying to spell the name, but I spelled it properly for you there, Deb. But like this Logan Lorman, he's so he was charged, I think it was in January he was charged, and so he's charged with I don't know if it's 5 counts or something like that of child porn. And what I found interesting, of course, about that is, so, the first fight I seen one thing. When I was talking about this person earlier and I called her a B, because she is, I just love it when people go, I care about Libby and so much, and really, because I don't exactly see. My thing is this, and it kind of reminds me of the Barrymore Few girls. You miss your mom so much that you've dedicated your back wall or something on your Facebook to their honor, or anything like that. when you claim all these great friends of these people? Why is it strangers do that and you guys start claiming like, as if like you guys were the bestest friends? Oh, but yet most people, if they did, they would honor the memory until at least the person's, something or whatever. Not judging a little bit. I just find it funny that more strangers, the Barry Morphew girls, you never seen a picture go up of their mom, on their freaking, instead they put themselves in little bikinis on vacation and stuff like that while their mom was missing and stuff like that. And so, but anyways, so one of the girls from the sleepover is on his list. So meaning these people and that one person that's Libby's friend or whatever. Well, there's a few of Libby's friends, but they're on that list, like on his friends list, right?
Yeah.
And so here you go, you got another pedo, and then you're like, oh, like you guys just all surround each other. But what I found interesting about the last name was that on their phone number is, and I don't know if there's any attachment, but there's that exact same last name as someone that's attached to it with that same last name. So it just does make you have to look at that and go, okay, so what's going on here? Is there a connection? Is it just a coincidence, or is it a connection? But you know what? The sleuths will dig hard, and if there is, we'll let you know. If there's not, we'll let you know. But I just find it very interesting, especially that these same friends of Libby's are, on his thing, and there you go, another pedo again. And then you have that same person, that is the same person that was, hey, do you know that, did you hear what happened to Libby, the ski mask incident person? It just, there she is again on his thing, which, mind you, she did post a couple of pictures because somebody sent them to me of Libby. Let me see if I have those actually.
Okay.
Let's take a quick look, because they were pictures that we hadn't, I don't think, seen before.
Yeah, they were.
Were they ones that we had seen before?
I don't know if we'd shown them, but we'd see. But I mean, yeah, clearly
I
we've seen
hadn't
them.
seen them. I hadn't seen them before.
I don't think there's anything we haven't seen from that person, but we may not have shared them.
Yeah, I don't think I saved them. Like, I know that I was shown them, but I don't know that I saved. Thought I did.
I'll send them to you again after the live.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Well, do you have them there? Can you send them to me now, Adam?
If I just have to go. It'll take me a minute to find them back.
Oh, okay. I think
because that's a quite the lengthy file I have there.
Oh, that's no. Yeah, I think I could probably might be able to find those faster if I go to this person and just see. Don't forget. So if anyone doesn't know Kagi, oh yeah, here they are right here.
Make sure the names are taken onto there.
Yeah. I'll just show the pictures.
Yeah, because the ones that I have most recent have names and things that I don't think we should have put out there on there.
I mean, it's really just, let's see.
Another kid.
Yeah. Let's see. It breaks my heart whenever I see like the pictures. It just breaks my heart. Just when you see those girls. But 1 second here. Let me just grab it in. No, cancel. Open. They're older now. These are older pictures, guys. Obviously.
Your screen's flipping out.
Is it? Not to me. Are you sure?
I see Adam in the background, and then what you're showing flashing over his face nonstop.
Oh, I don't see that. Do you guys see that? Adam Geo? I see it just fine.
No.
Are you seeing it just fine as well?
Yeah.
Is it Louis? Is it Louis?
Could be.
Yeah. I think so. Anyways, there's Libby there, with a couple of her friends. Again, this is like what, over 5 years ago, like 7 years ago, I think it was. And but it's just so heartbreaking because she still should be here, both her and Abby still should be here. And yeah, so much life to live. So like I said, let the people responsible pay the price. So if it does need to be sealed longer and stuff like that, and that's what Becky's wishes are, because they wouldn't be asking for it if it wasn't the right thing to do for the girls. So I'll respect that myself. So the petition is pinned to obviously the top of this live here, and yeah, just sign it, pass it around. I mean, I'm sure it's going to hit its goal, for sure. And then, yeah. Anyways, I don't really have anything much else to say tonight. I'm pretty good. You guys got anything else?
I think we addressed it.
Right. And we have a show tomorrow night, so should we need to save content for then, for our Friday night show. Hey, Crimezilla.
Yeah. Hey, Crimezilla. Alexa, are you in house still? Did you answer me back? Alexa, did you say if you were coming on gonna make it to the live tomorrow? I think she said she would. Who's trying to send me a message? Oh, I think it's Alexa struggling with issues with her. I'm gonna have to talk to her with my backhand and forehand. But yeah, it is bittersweet. It's like I hate to use the word exciting, but it is excitement because it's a step closer. So that's how I feel about it. It's like I'm excited. I'm excited because the feeling that possibly there was, when you don't know what's going on, you have that feeling of how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
Is it ever going to be solved? And then all of a sudden you're at a point now where there's an arrest and, more to come, because it just seems unlikely one person with all of this and the crime scene. Like I said, we've talked about this so many times, and we can talk about it again, but it just seems, it just seems like, hey, what's going on next? Okay. But I don't ever get, nothing ever really throws me off. Richard Allen was probably the only thing that threw me off, in the sense of, not because it wasn't, say, KD, but in a sense, right? It was because of nobody even heard of this person. Like, everyone was like, who the hell's this guy? We've been calling out everybody underneath the sun pretty much, and who's Richard Allen?
Sure.
That's pretty much what it was. And so it wasn't just me, it was like everyone was wrong. There's not one person that was right. Maybe there was. Nothing I've ever seen. Maybe somebody called him actually out, but I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been in this case for 5.5 years, but it was just kind of like, dude, who the hell are you and where'd you come from? That's really what it feels like to me. Like everything that made sense all of a sudden, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling anything really. I'm going to wait, play it out, see how it goes, see if about any more arrests that are, probably going to happen or not. Who knows? We'll just wait it out and see what goes on. And that's all we can do. And in the meantime, I'm excited because, there's at least something now than nothing.
I think that's why you've got so many people that are feeling the way they do, because with all these other POIs, you had some sort of a story you could put together and at least have an idea why it happened. With this guy, there's nothing connecting him really, and everyone's searching for a connection because it's hard to believe that something like that just happened out of the blue.
Yes. Well,
absolutely.
There's definitely, to me, not this whole one-arm, one-man bandit show going on here. I mean, I could talk about that crap all night long. Like I said, it doesn't even fit with anything at all. Pre-planned, totally had stuff on him. Like I said, headphones. You guys can see it in the bottom of the screen. All that stuff going on. Headphones, cameras. I was looking at some more pictures today and stuff like that. Like freaking even like Max at the crime scene and stuff like that. It's just crazy to me. What like I said, like headphones. I have a better picture of the headphone, by the way. I seen it earlier today and stuff. And you're just like going like, why? Like, why? What is the story to this? What Lewis, do you have yet yourself what you feel is kind of like the gist, the line of what's going on here? Do you think like what do you think it is that really why these girls were murdered or
Well, before I get into that, I'm going to say what I don't think it is. And that's because it scares the hell out of everyone. Nobody wants to believe that this guy that worked at a pharmacy one day decided to take weapons with him, go to a bridge, and kill 2 people. Because that's the scariest thing for anyone that lives in any town across USA to think about. So you need that story, you need that connection, you need that reason why it happened, so that way you're not feeling scared in every situation that you could have. Because if you've got somebody that had no reason to do this in the middle of the day and prepared for it, went out and did it, it can happen anywhere. So everybody needs to get that puzzle piece to say there's a connection somewhere. It had to have something linked to this or that. And I can't find that piece with this guy.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to fit. Nothing's right out there. And that's why everybody wants to know more information, because without that piece of information, they're scared.
Connecting it to what?
Go ahead. What'd you say, Adam?
I was asking Lewis to repeat what he just said at the end.
Oh, I said everybody wants to find that missing puzzle piece and say that this happened because of a certain reason. Because if they don't have that missing puzzle piece, they have to accept the fact that somebody could just walk out in the middle of the day and do this with no rhyme or reason. And I bet you that scares more people than you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crimezilla, I'm not sure which one you're referring to. I've had a few up in the last.
I would say, those answers will, all be, addressed, in the next couple of weeks, months, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they're definitely busting a traffic ring for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was going to say was because somebody reminded me of this today. I went back to that picture. Maybe the dolls were at the scene. His daughter sickens me, knowing that he has a daughter. He's ruined so many lives. Like, well, you know what? Yeah, but I guess again, right? Innocent till proven guilty, in the court of law. So we'll have to wait on that one, I suppose, and then we'll see in the affidavit and stuff like that when some stuff comes out. QO, it will be very curious. But what I was going to say is, I don't have the picture with me, but just a reminder, because I will look for it tonight. In this picture here, this one wasn't one that I typically used, but what I totally forgot about until Stephanie showed it to me or reminded me about it was, you have to remember that these pictures were actually taken during the daytime. Okay, so this one came off of that. Somebody is, I don't know if it was Robert Lindsay's originally, or no, I think it was after that. Actually, I think someone actually marked it after that. I don't typically use those ones. I just happened to pull it the one day, just to show the bunny ear, because it was the first one I came across. And but what I wanted to say was that these are taken during the day, and I totally forgot until Steph reminded me today. Is that in the one picture that I have of the more of the complete crime scene, it took me a while. Then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, that's what they were talking about, because I kept seeing this person and then it just dawned on me at the time, and I'm like, right. I remember seeing in the picture, this actual picture, not well in this one, yes, but in a better one that I have. Oh, Adam, your friends are here. It looks like I'll get them for you. Don't worry, girls. 16. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, just slide into my DM, girls.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, so there is the gentleman that's taking pictures of the crime scene, actually, that's in this picture, because meaning at the time that these pictures were taken by the helicopter, you have to remember that there was flash going off. And that's why the helicopters, like, that's why you knew that there was a crime scene, because you saw the flash going off. And so it was like one of those things where in this actual picture, you can see that if I showed you it properly or marked it around it, you would actually see the person that's in his white whatever taking the pictures. And sometimes you get so involved in looking at the pictures, you're forgetting that these pictures were taken while people were actually there taking pictures of the crime scene. Snitched, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And and for people that are looking into other cases that they think there could be ties to, I think of course it's natural. Like I have trouble myself. Without knowing the mindset of this guy. It's all speculation, but I of course also have like a hard time thinking that this man just woke up at 50 years old, decided to do this, and then never has done anything ever since. So if you're looking into cases that you feel like you could be connected, I mean, I think that's an excellent use of people's ability and their attention right now. I think that the Jordan Spears one is one that I think is probably stands out the most to me, especially like geographically speaking. I mean, he looks. I mean, you can make. I can make all sorts of like speculative connections there, but I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything. But if that's your angle and you want to look into the other cases that he could be connected to, I'd look at that one myself.
Yeah.
Before I started with the other ones, even.
Yeah. I'm just I mean, like today, I must have had like 20 tabs open. You start with one person, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, let me go to this person now because this person's last name is, like, for instance, I'm not even going to say the names until I find something, to be honest with you. But anyways, you see this person's name, he's pedo. You look at the parent's name, and you're like, oh, that name is like that person's name. So let me go down that line. Next thing you know, I got freaking Intellius open, Facebook's open, freaking People Free Search open. And then I'm just like, even I'm just like, okay, focus back again. But you can't help it sometimes because you're coming across all these names and you're just like, well, what's that name doing on there? Okay, where does that lead me? And it just becomes like, whatever. All I know is for me personally, I'm going to dig my little ass off like I always do. And I'm just going to search. And then as information comes in, then we can add more to, or maybe we can get a gist of, what actually happened. I don't know what all is going to come out.
And those are things we're finally, hopefully, gonna be able to get answered soon. I mean, there's been so many things that we've all questioned and speculated over the last 5.5 years. So, I mean, the fact that if there's a trial, some of those answers will be, some of those questions will be answered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It may be a while, but we're closer to finding out the answers to all of those things.
We are
Than we've ever been before in this case.
Absolutely.
And not that it's even about us or that we have a right to even know. It's just, I just want justice for Abby, Libby, the German family, the Patty family, the Williams family, the Timmons family, everyone.
Yeah.
It's all that matters.
Yeah. Shit. What was I just going to say? I was going to say something. I watched John Kelly. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you. Um, so like, right? It's like a sock was one of the missing things from the crime scene, right? And then we have the letter that how Kagan Klein likes socks. He got 200 pairs of socks. He has a sock fetish. So doesn't that seem just a little bit funny that a sock was missing, and stuff like that? We'll see. Like, do you know what I mean? Sock sniffer, right? Because
Yeah.
Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the underwear found in the water? Or there was a couple things missing. Undergarments.
Going off of the Ron Logan.
Yeah, Ron Logan.
More, it was undergarments and
We'll try.
and I believe Livy's sweatshirt, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. So, how many holes were actually dug up at Richard Allen's property? Does anyone know? Was it 2?
2 is what I've heard
and
read. 1 small and 1 about shoebox size.
Well, like I said, I can hardly wait. Go ahead.
Right. And that's also in addition to the plethora of things that were found in the shed.
Yeah, what was all found in the shed? And what's this about a shovel?
The shovel, I've not found any confirmation on that. I saw the rumor. It's so funny. I'm like, I worked all day, and I'm like, I feel like I didn't have any time to look at anything, but I guess I did. I guess I am still like more in tune than I think. But because I did. I've not seen any confirmation about the shovel other than I've heard the rumor.
Have you heard? Hold on. Have you heard anything about this before? I personally haven't ceased through. I've never heard that. Have you?
I have not.
That's nothing. I mean, if it depends what channel it's coming from, I suppose.
There are certain things that I have recently heard about some of the clothing that have come, that correlate with early things I heard about the case and the clothing, but you never know whether it's the fact that that's now being corroborated, or if it's just being recycled from an old rumor.
Right. So, because that belt was an earlier rumor, but
I'm not even talking about the belt. I'm talking about some very specific things about the clothing.
Gotcha.
But until the evidence is in front of my face, I don't feel comfortable.
I don't think so, Joshua. Go ahead. Joshua said, I wondered if the cartel had something to do with it. They're a bigger player. No, in talking with Tiara about that, she said that's not how they work. This is not how they work. So no, I don't think so either. Honestly, I think it's a group of people that concocted some sort of concocted the plan of how things were going to go down. That it was, to me, those girls were not going to walk out of there that day.
No. That was all planned. There's the reason those girls were at that end of the bridge. I mean, it was all orchestrated. But I do feel like the cartel thing has kind of become the new satanic panic. I feel like in any case,
good word.
In any case where there's kind of unanswered things that are brutal, and like if there's any mention of a drug connection, I feel like immediately people go to the cartel thing, which I understand is a very prominent thing, but to me, it gives me a little bit of the vibes of the satanic panic that went on in the 70s.
Yeah.
Can I say something crazy? And I don't know that it was mentioned, and CD kind of brought it to my attention, but just out of more craziness, and it's okay. But do you know, like, the daughter has like a Twitter account that's called BG, BG 1990, BG 1990. No, BG. Yeah, BG 1990. But BG referring to like big girl, not BG. BG, it was like BG in 1994 star or something like that. But not referring to, like I said, more right. It was because it was made way sooner, right? It was made way sooner. But the thing is that you want to talk about those things that are just crazy in life, how things pass. You know what I mean? Like just to see that.
Those coincidences that pop in the tape and they fit.
Yeah. And yet, it's not to do with the BG because it was made way sooner than that. But it's just the ironicness of it all.
Right. And if it really was the daughters, I mean, he said that it came up under a social media search for her. So I mean, it could have been the dad. It could have been, we don't know.
Could have been. It's underneath her name, however, but it could have been the dad. It could have been the dad, but it just seems like one of those true things that was like, you just look at it and go, oh my God. Yeah. Like, that's just when the world aligns or something. If it turns out he is the BG, but we don't know that for sure. We'll have to wait till that all plays out in the courts and how many people are involved, and where this thing will take us. Just very interesting things that you kind of come across, as you're waiting for the truth to reveal itself. Hey, at 26.
Yeah, Lisa, is Barbara Walters really covered? I'm like, Barbara Walters. Is she like doing anything? I'm curious because if that's real, I'm like, I haven't seen Barbara Walters in forever. I'm like, I would love to see that, but I didn't think she left her house anymore.
Well, I thought she came out of her grave because she's dead.
Barbara Walters isn't dead, isn't she? Is she?
Yeah.
No, she lives in her house. I don't think she's
Barbara Walters.
Yeah, Barbara Walters with like the filter.
I think you're thinking of Betty White, Sonny.
No, I'm not thinking of Betty White.
Barbara Walters she started The View. She was on 2020, forever, and she would do the most fascinating people of the year. And everyone said the Barbara Walters filter, she'd be the one that would be like, so tell me more about your childhood. And she would get people to cry, But I had heard that she became severely afraid of falling because she was convinced that when people her age fall, that they that's the downfall for them, and that so she rarely leaves her penthouse.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, and she's like 93 years old.
Holy
shit.
So I've not seen her in public.
Holy shit, she's probably just enjoying the last few years. I was thinking of Joan, that loudmouth lady.
Joan Rivers. Joan
Rivers. Yeah.
She died doing what she loved the most.
Oh, does she have Alzheimer's? Well, 93, man. I mean, it's so funny though. It truly is, and this is what makes me laugh about the young generation when they think they're so young, because it's just so weird how everyone you grew up watching is now, on death's door basically with their ages, and it's just so funny watching in hindsight and that you're looking at all these people that were young when you started watching them, and now they have families. Like, I mean, I'll just take Little People, Big World, my favorite show. I love Zach and Tori and the kids, Jackson and Lila and Josiah.
You and Keegan Kline.
Oh, frick yeah. And so, I just love that family. And I mean, if they could just lose the rest of them, I'd be a happy person, to be honest with you. I just kind of like watching them on it. But meaning I watched Zach, from when he was like, freaking 8 whatever years old or whatever the heck he was, and watched him and the whole family grow up. And now Zach and Tori, and they got 3 kids, and it's crazy. It's crazy that they've been, because you guys, it used to be a day, and you guys should know this. It used to be a day when if a show lasted 10 years, that was to the ultimate level. Do they even still have Survivors on?
You mean Survivor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows.
Do they still have it?
Yeah, it's on right now. I mean, it was on Wednesday nights, but yeah.
Crazy. Say, I used to watch that religiously.
And it's excellent. It's probably better now than it used to be.
Oh, because that's what I mean. You would never hear of that stuff. Yeah.
I have a secret fantasy that I would win Survivor. but I've never done like wilderness things, so
Yeah. Oh no.
it might be an unrealistic thing.
Yeah. Because what do you mean? How did she not recognize her own husband's voice? September Sapphire.
I mean,
I don't know.
99% of the husbands out there can't hear their own wife's voice. So
I personally do not hear his voice to his voice. Meaning, even if it is his voice, it does not sound the same to me at all. You know, people are gonna do the oh yeah, sounds like just like it. But they've said that to every other person underneath the sun too. I don't take anybody's word whatsoever when it comes to the BG's voice myself, because everyone claims that that they thought even before Richard Allen was named, everyone was like, yeah, sounds like it. But I personally don't feel like Richard Allen's voice sounds like the BG's voice, even if it is. It's a whole different setting. It just does not sound like the first one. Definitely has more of a twanginess to it or whatever, you know, more of a pickup. I just am not hearing it myself. Maybe it's because I don't want to. No, but I really do want to. If it sounds like it, I would say so. I just don't feel it at all. Do you feel it?
I don't
I think you do.
there's any way to. I mean, there's so much we don't know about that recording. I don't feel like there's any way to accurately connect any single person's voice to it, because we don't know the circumstances that it was recorded under, how far away it was, the wind conditions. I mean, I can tell you, anyone that's been to that bridge will tell you it is, regardless of when it is, it's windy up there. It's loud, like it's loud from the wind, and then you're possibly, you know, several yards away, and that phone may have been in her pocket. You know, all of which are going to distort a voice.
Plus, they've said it's been cleaned up many times. I mean,
yeah,
that's not.
Yeah, that's right. I said that.
That's not the original recording.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My thing is this: every time I go to bed, I still go back to my pictures of KD, the BG, and I take the Mr. Richard Allen there. I take his picture in there as well. I can absolutely see why the nose looks similar in many ways, and it's kind of like you. It's like I'm trying to remove myself and you know, and taking it back to the start, but I just can't understand in my brain how I can literally find 3 moles that are in the exact same alignment, same distance. Every time I put the BG's markings, what I call markings, and I don't give a shit when people say this is my work, I can say what I want about BG, but because I am, regardless, will, you know, take it back to the start in a sense and go, hey, am I wrong? Was I wrong? You know, was I wrong about the whole Garrett Kurtz thing, even though I wasn't the one speaking, they were? Was I wrong all about that? It just seems so absurd to me that all of that would be wrong. That people were just making up a lie, that they were even there, that they were part of it, that these druggies just somehow were tossing out names like Sheena Cottrell or Jason Palladino. There's a cryptic note. Kitty's holding a pig. There's a pig mask at the thing. It just seems so strange to me. So I'm not getting it, because I keep looking every night for where I went wrong. And I'm still looking because I have to do that.
Are you Catholic?
No.
Sorry.
I have to know, do they have the right person or not for myself? Because so I go back to my stuff all through my pictures, and I ain't going to say shit all more about it really, because until I do my due diligence for myself once again, right? Because how could I be that far off? I am by no means an idiot or a moron, you know, and I'm not trying to put out ever false information, but shit, you know, I mean, do both of them have the same type of stance? You know, like
they're very similar.
They're very similar, but it falls back to, why can I find markings on KD, but I can't find those same markings on him? Like, I didn't ask to put the arrows where that marking was. I didn't just make up those marks, right? I mean, I only wish that it was that Craig guy, because that guy has like a freaking gnat on his face that anyone can pinpoint from the freaking solar system out there to see that one more. I only wish that one more.
Yeah, I said that when you and I both were talking about that early on. We were like, "Oh, we were like, here's a mole,"
you know.
But
like I'm trying to grasp how everything that's been put out there by those people of talking about the Delphi murders, and there's only been a couple. Why would they include or talk about their friends? Like, they're all worried about getting killed, and yet, so this case is not over. And we will see. And whatever it ends up being, as long as it's the truth. But I'm going back to do my work, because I do have a better picture now of his face without a beard, because there's nothing in there showing Mr. Handlebars is in that picture of BG. There's a slight bit of mustache stuff going on here. But why is it that right here, why is it that I can find a mole in Keegan Dunker's chin and find a mole right there in the BG's chin? Why? Clear as day. Why can I find 3 markings here running along the side of his chin? Perfect alignment with the BG's. Why? Why do I keep finding those? Why? I have to answer those for myself again. So while we're waiting to get answers, I'm just going to take it back. Well, you don't know that they have the right guy. You don't know what role he truly played. You don't know that. Just like
we know what he's charged with.
We know what he's charged.
No one's ever said he was the one on the bridge.
Right. When people are so arrogant, Bill Taylor, when people are so arrogant to sit there and say that they got the right guy, who are you? The judge, jury, and master? No. Sorry, Bill, if I'm seeming like I'm whatever. But I'm just so sick of that. When people, the same thing happened with James, Brian, Chadwell. All these people started going, that's the bridge guy. You don't know what you're talking about. He likes bridges. He's got tattoos on him. They started do you know what I mean? Putting all their eggs in the one basket, in a sense. Right? Just all of it. So when someone sits there and makes a comment like they got the right guy, yes, they have someone that's charged with murder. Doesn't mean he's the wrong guy. Doesn't mean you know what his role is. Doesn't mean you know how many people are involved. You don't know shit all either. Nobody knows really shit all besides the people that were truly involved. So for me,
but I think we all have such passion for this case that, I mean, I think we all want such justice, and that, we've never seen the family come out with this much enthusiasm and confidence that what's happened. I mean, we have seen some of the family say, "This is him," but everyone's presumed innocent until proven guilty, and so I think everything is fair until there's a conviction.
It's just, just quit saying that you don't know shit all. We don't know shit all, really. We don't. They've given us very little to go on. But the thing is that at the end of the day, they have the right guy. That's where I'm just saying, don't say that. Leave your mind open. Because there's
but we pray. Right?
Right, because it's not, but you know what I mean? It's like when someone says that they have the right guy, great. And what information then do you have? Just tell them, give it to me, please. Show me the proof that they actually have that right guy and that he's the man, and they possibly didn't make a mistake, because they've been screwing up this case for so long. Let's just hope and pray that they actually have the evidence to actually win a judgment or a conviction by all these mistakes.
Right. Denise, where did you do that? I did not see that today, but I was at work. So I would like, do you know where he's
That's a better answer.
What?
That's a better answer.
Yeah. But and like I said, I think everyone's so passionate about this case. We all just want justice for the girls. But I would like to know where that came from, Denise. Just because I've not seen a ton of the news today. So if he made that statement, if he actually said those words again, I mean, I know they've alluded to it in the past, but if he said it today, I'd like to know the source just so I can watch it.
For which one? Bill. It was in general. I know I was targeting you because you said that, but exactly how you answered there, that's perfect. I honestly believe he is the one. Exactly. It's a little bit different than when I see that they are the one. That just means that everybody else, right? And I see so many people say that, like, when they're like, you're an idiot saying this and that and da 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 da. Wait till the story plays out, people. Wait till the story plays out. Then we can sit there and go. Then we can all have a nice big, freaking celebration of Abby and Libby justice. If hopefully
Right.
it plays out. That's because that's what we want.
Mhm.
And if he is the guy, so be it. But I think that you're gonna see more coming.
See,
Yeah,
I blame the press conference on Monday. I really think they created more questions instead of answering
They
questions
always
by
do.
saying that we need to leave it open and call more tips in. I don't think it would have hurt anything
Right.
if they actually said, this is the man on the bridge. If they would have said that, I think a lot of people would be at ease.
Well, Doug Carter alluded to it very much when the reporter asked him.
Yeah.
And she said, "So is he the man or is the man on the bridge the killer, whatever?" And he goes, "Well, like I said, we have a judge signed whatever for his arrest." So that was him pretty much saying it without directly saying it. But
Right. At least for everything we're saying right now, at least we're at a point where we're going to get those answers now.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's the closest we've been to justice for these girls in 6 years.
100%.
that's what excites me.
I want to put my strength towards, like I said, making sure that family gets through what they have to go through in the next couple of months and the next years possibly. Because they're going to need, when everyone's interest is faded away once they think they know who BG is and that this is solved, they'll move on to other cases. But, the Patties and the Germans and the Williams and, the Timmons, they are still going to be there spending every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every Valentine's Day, Easter, birthdays, everything experiencing without those girls. And so I just want them to get as much support and love as they possibly can in the next however long they need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not about us.
Nope, not about us. We want justice. That's what we want, but it's definitely not about us. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, it's been a great night. What was it? Sorry, Bill Taylor, was it? Bill Taylor, where are you, bud? Bill Taylor. I think that's what it was, right? Bill Taylor? Yeah, there he is, Bill Taylor. Bill Taylor, like I said, love you too. Take no offense. I'm not feisty one, And like I said, unless someone's totally offensively rude to me or something, or the channel, that's a different story. Your comment just more or less triggered me from what I see a lot of posts saying and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, let's just wait. Like, before anyone wants to jump the gun on exactly how many people there are, we'll just wait it out. There's not much longer to go.
Right. In Doug Carter's words, I'm sorry, Sonny.
No, I was just gonna say, then we can truly see a lot more, hopefully, what's going on, or at least something. Good night, Melinda. That's all. I just wish that people would instead of just thinking it's him, let's just wait and see for sure. Let's see what else happens. Because this case has been so ridiculous over the last 5.5 years that it kind of is like, okay, let's just see what's coming out, and let's just kind of keep it under control a little bit. And the most thing we don't know is that we don't know a lot. We know some things, but no. Bye, Miss Potato Head.
Right.
So what do you have to say before we have to go?
I was just going to say, in Doug Carter's own words, I mean, he started that press conference by saying, while I know a lot of you are expecting to find details today, can't read my own writing, covering the arrest, today is not that day. This investigation is far from complete.
Yes. Kiro, this is exactly.
And that was the quote.
Yeah. He very much well could be the killer. He could be, but again, remember, even if you were there, You would still be deemed as whatever. But like I said, whether he's a killer and the BG at the same person, could be, might not be.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that today, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I said, instead of it being a circus act like it was before, because it's kind of like having a fresh start in a sense, like here a new chapter. That instead of it being like just everyone attacking or thinking this, we're not too far off hearing a lot more truth than the little bit that we've had that people have had for 5.5 years. That's it. You know, I'm just
Thank
saying.
you, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
doing
you,
this.
Michelle.
Yeah, there was intent to do more stuff on it, but whatever.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow night, and I believe Alexa's coming on with us as well. And yeah, check it out. And yeah, and I'm sure let's see what comes out tomorrow. Let's see what comes out. What?
And Deb will be here, and then Alexa. So yeah, great.
Yeah.
And then I am not feisty. Wait, what? Lisa, we weren't talking about you.
Lisa always thinks we're talking about her. When is Lisa going to get her ass on the show? How about them apples, Lisa? She's got a lot of this out in their freaking chat.
Maybe she only comes on when I'm on by myself.
Mm-hmm. She's scared of me still, aren't you, Lisa?
No, in all honesty, Lisa did some amazing work and has some amazing information that I was supposed to have listened to on a stream with her one day. But I hear that what she said was amazing. No, she did. Right. She knows a lot about flora, and she gave me a lot of information about flora.
I haven't personally seen Abby's mom talking. Has anybody seen any? Yeah, she might have. We've not seen anything. I'm sure it would have.
She was at the press conference, though.
Yeah, some people just handle it different ways. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. I know you are. Get over it. Anyways,
if you only knew who the scariest of us really is.
Yeah. Thank you very much, you guys, for joining us on tonight's live again. If you guys do want to, I'm going to put the bio link one more time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to put Adam's channel one more time. So the bio link will have the PayPal. It will have the merch site. If anyone wants to go to merchandise, support the channel, feel free. Just give me $1 million, you guys, and I'll show up tomorrow and every other day for you, every single day for at least a year. No problem, right? I think
I'm not gonna hit that tonight. I won't hit 500 tonight.
You're not gonna hit 500 tonight? Oh shit.
No.
Anyways, Flora is moving forward. Good. Again, if you want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, feel free to click on that bio link. It will take you to, if you guys want to join, or go follow the meme page. If you want to go chuckle sometimes, feel free to join that. If you have any information that you wish to share, obviously you can mail me at acrimingshame@gmail.com. If you wish to join, subscribe to Adam's channel, just so that, again, let's get Adam to the 1,000 subscribers. We've pushed Steve from True Crime Web CD, there's another channel. We pushed to get those people to 1,000 because of our love and care for other channels and stuff like that. So can you guys help us out with Adam? Can you guys get him to 1,000 subscribers? Share on your social media or whichever. Just just even if you don't love Adam,
that feels awkward. I was like, that feels awkward. I don't like. Yeah. I don't need 1,000 subscribers. I really don't.
1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal.
Unless Sunny's just trying to get rid of me.
Well, one day, Adam's gonna be like, Sunny, remember when I was with you on your channel, and now I'm up here, and I still kind of remember you, Sunny. And no, 1,000 subscribers. That's always that.
I've actually written that out already. It's gonna sit.
You got your what's that? Your leaving speech ready?
No. Just my, I remember when.
Yeah, I remember when Sunny was nicer, and I didn't have to leave the channel.
And Deb signs my paychecks.
Yeah. One day it's going to be like the Deb and Adam show, and Sunny's like, Sunny's a host. Anybody? What?
No one could survive without you.
My husband couldn't. He could, but don't tell him that. No.
Hey, Dustin O.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Dustin. Okay, you guys have a great night. QO, Melly, Deb, Deb, like I said, she was spending time with her husband. I don't know how much time he got really. Ivy, thank you very much. Yeah. Bill Taylor, love ya. And let's see, Joshua McDougal, that's a freaking little plant thing from the garden game. Lisa, still not quite sure who you are, but somehow we let you in each time. Sees
Right.
through, Michelle, Zendaya, Gal, all those people. Love you guys so much. Steffa, thank you for coming on. Louis,
Absolutely.
thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, and thank you to all our friends
Right.
that always, love and support us as well. And
Greeno's cellmate. Greeno's cellmate. I'm a
Greeno's
little
cellmate.
worried about what you mean fun by fun. So
fun in the sun. Fun in the sun, just saying. And I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, I just don't know what the night would be without not becoming a
Right.
tampon.
And Sonny, could you put I think Deb's just bragging now that she had a night with her husband, and
Whoa.
she's alluding to the fact that
Oh, I get it.
yeah,
I get
wore
it.
him out.
I get it. So the big O in Q and O. I feel like what happened here, if you took away the Q, you just left the O. He passed out, and Deb's like, woke me up now. Thank you.
I'm gonna wake up to her. I'm gonna wake up to her hitting me in the middle of the night.
Right. I'm gonna hit you with my string, man. I'm listening.
Right. I just feel bad for
Look at that tail. Look at that tail.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, you guys, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow night. Again, please, you know what? If all of you in the world just went and bought one piece of merch, well, we'd be in a mansion right now, wouldn't we, Adam? One day
You would. You probably would.
One day we're gonna be like the 7 horsemen people. We're gonna freaking jump out of bedroom windows into a pool. Yeah. We're gonna you know what the funnest part would be? Buying people gifts at Christmas.
What is horsemen? I don't know what the 7 horsemen are.
Oh, you
of
don't?
Death?
No.
Like
If you don't know who they are, I'm not telling you.
Oh, that's the 4 horsemen of death, right?
No, 7. It's basically a group of YouTubers that live together in their freaking $20 million mansion because of YouTubers and advertisements and all that stuff.
Like Hype House.
Yeah. So they do a lot of good things, though. But they do a lot of good things. They do a lot of stupid things, but they do a lot of good things and stuff like that. So, you know what?
Yeah, I would go the other direction with it probably, and go like new lottery winner, do all sorts of crazy frivolous things until my money ran out and I was just at a blackjack table.
Oh,
3 days old clothes.
Oh, do you? Oh, well, why don't you send me money to support that fund for KD? How about you do that? I
would be straight up Lindsay Lohan in 2005. I'm kidding.
I just thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. We don't care about you, just like you don't give a
ID GIF. I will say, do you know what? It's in Canada and in the United States. It's not illegal to look this hot, so we can't get sued.
Can't get sued. Eat shit. Bye. Oh, there you go. Bye-bye.
But I do love a lawsuit.
I know. You know what? Okay, you guys. Okay, this was making me laugh. Graz was like, I'm gonna start a fund. Okay, there's another con artist in himself. Yeah, I'm gonna start that fund that we're gonna set up for KD. But guess what? I'm gonna keep the money, and I'm just gonna say that we're starting a fund for KD so that we can sue her pants and stuff like that. But guess what? I'm a con artist. I'm a woman abuser. I'm all these things. But yet, hey, I am going to keep that money, but I'm going to make it seem like that's the shit that you're dealing with there. So for any idiot that ever gave him money for that fund, kiss it goodbye. Fraud, con. There we go. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's like giving Greeno your money. Right, Greeno Summit? That's just like handing over Greeno your money. Oh, it's going to go for this. Oh, lied. Psych. Anyways.
You know what? I think, whatever people do with their own money, what people choose to do with their pocketbooks is their business.
Yeah. If you want to be idiots and donate to the Sue Keegan Dunker Fund, go right ahead. You can consider that a lost cause, to be honest with you. But don't forget to donate and give money for the Pat Brown Fund, the Eldridge Fund, the Anyways, that just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've gotten criticized for things I've spent money on before. So you know what? But what's important to one person is not going to be important to another. So
yeah.
Spend your money however you want.
I just laugh when people actually think that they went to law school and yet they do that. And then they sit there and act like they know what they're talking about when they have no clue about anything. So anyways, you guys, with that said, have a super absorbent night and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Lewis, thank you for coming on. Stephanie, I know you're in bed, Steph, but thank you.
Right. I know. Anyways, you guys. Yeah, you just like my tail.
Pull the string.
Yeah, pull the string. Trust me. It's like a balloon here. Once you pull the string, it's gonna pop. Is it a boy or is it a girl? I don't know. Ask Roz. I kind of look like a guy according to him, and a female all in one. I'm a trans. Yeah. Anyways,
I've heard you can't flush them down the toilet.
Not supposed to be honest with you. Doesn't ever stop me, you know.
I don't know why. I don't know.
You're not supposed to.
I engaged. I don't know why I engaged with you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Love you guys all. Thanks so much. And don't forget to subscribe and to Adam's channel over there and whatever. You know, YOLO, right? YOLO.
YOLO, yeah.
Take care.
Greeno cellmate. I'll think of you later.
Yeah. Bye, Greeno cellmate.